Greetings and welcome to Take Your Position, sponsored by, the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel. Thank you for actually being here with us tonight. And you know that this week is basically dedicated to none other than Spider-Man himself, considering the simple fact that we got No Way Home coming up this week. So this is going to be a spectacular show. It's a free-for-all, so any Spider-Man figures that you have in your collection that you want to actually pose up with us, you can do so. Because that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to post up a whole bunch of Spider-Man figures and just go for it. And, you know the whole drill. But before we actually get into it, I'm just going to bring in a host of individuals that we actually have here. My guys, as always, we got an incredible group of individuals. We got my man, my co-host, Iron Logan.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Definitely in the building. We got the guy, the one and only 6-scale Santa himself, butt naked Brendan. Butt naked himself, right. Bucky naked. My man is in the building. And so, I don't know why I got that name of this shit. I don't know how I came up with it. I don't even try to imagine how. We got KG, the collector, in the building, a.k.a. KG Chalamet, who is currently right now on the set of Willy Wonka. He got all his figures in front of him right now. Yeah. And best believe I'm watching the time, because if it goes past a certain amount of time, look, I need my 10%. You already know how that's going to drop. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for being here tonight. It's going down. We got the collection. We got Spider-Man coming up. First of all, how happy is everybody that No Way Home is this week? It is dropping this week.
I'm excited. I'm super
straight up. Like super duper excited, man. I cannot wait. I know people out in the chat, you are just as excited as we are. All right. Hey, John, are you seeing it this week, bro?
Yeah, mate. I've got 10 a.m. on Thursday.
Okay.
Nice.
So, yeah,
nice.
10 a.m. Thursday, taking the fam. I was saying to my daughter yesterday, I'm like, we're going to see Spider-Man on Thursday. And she looked at me and rolled her eyes like, I'm like, really? I'm like, come on.
It's already worse enough that you're collecting Spider-Man figures. Come on, Dad.
Straight up. You already know what time it is. Brendan, I know you're excited, bro.
Yeah, dude. I got my tickets for like 11 o'clock on Friday morning. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm super psyched about that.
Yes.
I'm psyched for the movie, but I don't know if I'm more psyched for the movie itself and how good it's going to be as its own thing, or all the implications that it has for everything that we're going to get in the next couple of years.
Got you.
It's like, because I find myself, it's like, I want a really good movie, but then I also really want all these things out of it, and I'm thinking about what they're doing, and I just keep going back and forth. I don't know where I'm going to be on it, but I know I'm going to have a good time.
You're going to have a good time. Definitely. KG, before we introduce the man, we already know and love the guy with the blonde line, who's going to have a cameo in No Way Home, definitely J. Jonah Jameson. But KG first. KG, bro, besides the simple fact that you are currently on the set of Willy Wonka with all your figures, bro, what's going on with you, brother?
Nothing much, man. I'm just happy to be here. I think I haven't been this more hyped for Spider-Man No Way Home since Endgame. So, yeah.
Yes. I cannot wait for this movie to drop. And you know him. You love him. The master enabler himself, Jetta Patrol. Ryan is in the building. What's going on with you, brother?
Why do I got to be the master enabler? What's?
Well, when you put out videos like Quarter Scale Mando, that's why you're the enabler.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just, I just like figures, man.
I will tell you, it was excellent video, excellent rundown of the quarter scale. But my favorite part was oh shit. When it fell off at the end, it was just so.
That was not my favorite part.
I know, but the way you said it too, it was just that motherfucker. Like you just, it was inevitable, and you knew it was gonna happen at some point. You were just hoping it didn't and then it just right in the middle, just boom.
I think next year what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep clips of crap falling over because it happens all the time.
Yeah,
and I'll just make like a failed vlog or something,
like a montage
for all the times that it
blooper
happens
reel.
Though I mean, you haven't had any like major catastrophic like damage to stuff that often. So
no, I've been lucky, but it hurts, man. Especially a figure that heavy.
Yeah.
When it happens with a quarter scale, your butthole puckers. You're like, my god, no! It's scary.
I had Vader fall over like several times, and I like that head sculpt. Like, no. Thankfully, he's got a lot of padding, so it was all right. But
What's up with you and butthole puckering, bro?
makes-
it's scary.
I just don't get that.
It's like
Anyway.
Josh Wolf said. It's like your asshole is like gasping for breath. You're like like that. You get nervous, man.
It's true, man.
You'll find out when you get your first quarter scale in hand. I'm telling you, man.
I saw Leo was talking about the Death Watch Mando.
Yes.
At probably more times than I can count.
Yeah.
And I don't have a Darksaber, so I broke out Alita's sword.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's just gonna have to do for the time.
It
being.
looks cool.
Yeah.
That might look cool painted. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't be like accurate. It wouldn't look like the Darksaber. But now that I think about that, like if that had like a glossy black paint, almost like Venom, that blade would look pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna leave it like this because there's more than one saber in the Star Wars universe. So that's all good.
Yeah,
Story.
definitely is.
Story.
So it kind of gives it more element back there. But thanks for everybody and joining us, everybody out in the chat for actually being here today. We got Eddie Mendez in here. Thank you for coming through, my man. We got Daryl Smith, Max Geekdom. We got JC. DK is in the building. RMD the Collector is in the building. Thank you for coming. S Beam is in the building. Thank you for that, man. We got the Collector Level is in the building. My man Malachi Mabane. We got Darth Dreads in the building. We got Van City Collectible Gaming. Thank you for coming through. Primetime Reviews. Oh man, let's see who was got 6 Scale Reviews is in the building. Thank you for coming through. We got the Collector #1. Thank you for being here tonight. Yeah, it's going to be jam packed. Actually, we got a $5 super chat. Thank you for coming, Ax. Thank you for that, Ian, the Celtic Celtic collector. We got greetings from Ireland, guys. First time getting to catch you all live. Thank you, man. Thank you for that, man. So glad to have you here. Have a great Spidey week and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, brother. And thank you for that. I hope you got your tickets because you get to see one of us on this panel in that film, and he's going to do a good job. I can't wait to see it.
I'm getting a royalty check.
Yeah, that royalty check. That's what I'm talking about.
Even though he outed Peter Parker, it was kind of a dick.
I know that was a dick move.
Come on, bro.
We got.
I like it.
We got Latoya T, my baby, in the building. Thank you for coming through. Let's see here. Hey, everyone. We got Wayne B, Knight of Ren 789, and K Carter 27. Let the posing begin. Exactly. Let that posing begin. And this is what we're going to do. Like I said, it is Spider-Man week. So we are ready. We are ramped and ready for this, man. I know everybody got their daggone tickets, so I can't wait to discuss it once that movie was released. Now, mind you, tomorrow will be the only one in time this week that we're going to be comic book discussion with friends, but I'm not going to be on the rest of this damn week. Wednesday, I am shutting down. I don't want to hear shit. Like, literally, I'm not even looking at my phone. Like, I'm just cutting everything down because I'm ramped for that. So let's start off real quick.
I want to throw a challenge. Can I throw a challenge out there, everybody?
Yes.
I would like randomly for people to post fake spoilers and just DM them to Lale, like fake spoilers.
But then if one of them ends up being true,
I'm gonna punch whoever did it in the face. I'll find you. I'll find you. Nah. That's. Hey, I just won't go on until after the movie to see. How about that?
You can't help it, man. You can't help it.
I know we all can't help it, but anyway, so we're just gonna dive in. Like I said, it's a free for all. So whatever Spider-Man figures you want to actually add to the fray, you can. We're just gonna go for and the rules is, John, explain to him, tell him how we do it normally on the show, man.
We got rules.
Well, it's not really rules. It's just the categories of how we actually do it. There's no rules. It's no holds bars, but it's how we do it. So John, explain to him, buddy.
Well, we normally start off with, say, a character pose. So we normally start off nice and simple, something character-like. And then we go a little bit more dynamic. And then we move from dynamic maybe to aerial dynamic. And then we generally bring in a companion piece. So we kind of have the 3 layers, something just nice and easy to start it off. What reminds you of the character? What's a look of the character?
That's
Spidey,
that
can be anything, mate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Ryan pulls off that same pose that you did during our pose off. Yeah, that one. That's the one.
I already posed it. Can I just enter this one for the final? I've left it like this the entire time. I
was going to say, that's been like that for ages, right?
Yeah, that thing's incredible.
Yeah. So we'll change it up. I'm good.
All right, so
that's an important thing though, like that he's kept that in there. Somebody, I can't remember which group it was in. Somebody posted a picture earlier today of the MCU Iron Spider from Infinity War, his figure, and how he had it in this extreme pose for a year.
Yeah.
and then straightened it out, and then the knee looked all fucked up, like the material and everything was all creased, and then he just left it like that for a little while, and then he had a side-by-side pick, and it was perfectly healed. So people, don't be afraid to pose your Spider-Man, okay?
Yeah,
we got a little bit of
handle
baggy.
it.
We got baggy butt syndrome going on right now.
Yeah, you know, you get the baggy
And it'll
butt every
heal.
now and then.
It'll heal.
It'll go back. It'll go back.
It's a good thing.
You know,
it's
baggy
this guy
butts.
here.
Yeah.
I've got 2 of this guy, and I have absolutely thrashed this one because I've kept the other one pristine. I put it out of a pose. I have him in a landing pose that I put on my Instagram, and it's like brand new again. The saggy butt's gone. Everything's gone. I'm like, man, this suit just keeps bouncing back.
Yeah,
It's
it bounces
crazy.
right back. Like I said, I posed the hell out of this boy right here, boy, and it just always pops back. But okay, so for the first pose, as always, and Brendan is going to do a little commentary. So if you hear a couple fucks, booty pucker cheeks, something like that, then you know that. You know,
you underestimate me, my friend.
Yeah, so you know it is what it is. But yeah, we're going to
so-
start off with just your standard.
So they're gonna pose Spideys. I don't like to be put on the spot. I like to take my time with my poses. I don't like to have a clock, and So
Oh, Brendan, when I'm posing with Lael, he's done like 3 by the time I've done 1. It's all good.
Yeah. So they're gonna
I'm slow.
pose.
It's all good. I'm slow.
I'm gonna offer commentary and make sure to point out all of the deficiencies in anything they're doing. And while I'm doing that, also if there's any figures that anybody wants to see, has a question about, is on the fence about getting, hunting down an old one, picking up a new one, if I have it in my collection, I will grab it for you and kind of show it to you while they're doing their thing. So in the chat, if there's something that you don't have that you want to see, if I have it, I'll grab it and I'll pull it out for you guys. Also, shout out to Eddie from Collecting Weekly in the chat, who eagle-eyed observer pointed out or asked the question if those were the Sideshow Daredevil statues of premium formats. They are both the original in red and, to my right, the black Shadowlands variant. Amazing statues. So, if you want to hunt those down, I would recommend it.
6 scale reviews, booty pucker cheeks.
Only in extreme circumstances. Only the pucker is like if you get really it's like the lower half version of jazz hands, like that, like it's that.
Speaking of jazz hands, I went to go see last night, and people are going to probably sleep on this movie. I love the original, and I went to go see this version of it last night. The West Side Story, it was incredible.
With
it was
Spielberg,
incredible.
I have not.
Yes.
It's gotten banned from a couple countries.
Bro, it's incredible.
I haven't seen it yet, but I want to check it out.
Yeah, it's incredible. I loved it. I would recommend
It's a
it.
classic.
It's a classic, and it's a little slightly different from the original. It's like a revamp, but it's
It
really
has to
decent.
be.
It's decent.
You can't just one for one remake the original.
Yeah,
You got to
yeah.
do something new, because otherwise the original is so good. It's just like, go back and watch that.
Yeah,
For people who aren't really into like musicals that much, I'm telling you, there's a lot of good stuff in musicals. The Greatest Showman, there's some really
La La
really
Land's
good,
one of my favorite movies made.
some really
I
good
love that
music,
movie.
some really good choreography, cinematography too. Like, get into some musicals, man. You dig them. Okay,
Really, Will?
let's see.
Slave Leia's pose from Jabba's palace?
With what figure?
It's Spidey.
Spider-Man?
Come on now.
Will just needs to get laid.
Wait, have I got the right hand? Yeah, okay.
All right, I'm done.
All right, so
Oh, Leo, Jesus.
keeping in kind of, with the whole Spidey thing, the first request was from S-Beam, I believe, asking about Venom. Here's the bad boy himself. I have not had any issue. I know some people have, and I'm not discounting that. I'm just saying I've been lucky, and I have not had a single issue with flaking or peeling of any kind. So maybe I've just been super lucky. I don't know, but
He
I
shall be here
absolutely-
tomorrow. Ray sent him on Saturday. He should be here tomorrow or Tuesday.
Oh, nice! You got him from
I
Underground.
think you'd
Yeah.
have him
Yes, I
for
did.
today. That would have been epic.
Everything about this figure, I absolutely love. The kind of the gloss, the shine on it. It makes it look like the wet kind of symbiote. Like, it really really does look cool. The musculature, like it's big, it's beefy, but it's ratcheted, so it's easily posable. I absolutely love. Let me adjust the focus so you can see a little bit better. I absolutely love the head sculpts on this guy. The tongue is magnetic. It just pops right out. The whole head sculpt is magnetic, so you can get extreme angles on this, however you want to pose it. He looks so badass. I love the design on this. You can't even notice the parts where you pop out in like the shoulder blades to put the tendrils in if you want to add those. So it's super seamless. You don't see them at all. Even the hip and the arm joints, to be honest, because he's so dark, like the black coloring, in a display, a Maja case or a Detolf, you don't see those lines the way you would on another figure on the joints. So I absolutely love it. Great figure. I know, some people are kind of like, oh, I want to wait until... Some people you're saying that like they think there might be improvements for the second one for the shit sequel. I think it's the same damn thing. I don't think they're making any changes to this. I think it's going to be the exact same figure, just with that metal pole as an accessory, and then the additional Tom Hardy head sculpt. I don't think they're making it. Maybe they make a slight change to like the paint sealing process, if that would prevent the flaking. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's going to be any other substantive change. I think this is what you're going to get. I honestly don't think they planned to make another one of these for the sequel. I think they planned to have this one to time it with Venom 2, and they were going to make the Carnage, and then they saw how well this one sold and how popular and expensive it got on the secondary market, and they're like, wait, there's still money on the table. Let's just make another run of the same thing, throw in a metal pole and the head sculpt that we were already making for Carnage, and more people are going to buy this. So that's my take on it. I could be wrong, but more often than not, I'm dead on accurate. So that's just, this is me.
Definitely, I can't wait to get. I should actually have it here like either tomorrow or Tuesday, so I can't wait to actually get this coming.
And he looks so great when you pair him up with any of the Spider-Man figures from the game too. So the advanced suit, the Miles classic, like he just looks so good paired up with any of these guys. It's a great figure. Pose him up with Daredevil, not Daredevil. Well, Daredevil always anything goes with Daredevil. Pose him up with Deadpool, and then you can do some sort of transition, and then you've got Venom Pool next to him. So if you have in a display, you've got Deadpool, you've got Venom, and then Venom Pool, and they just grow in size. That would be a cool kind of transition. But yeah, there's just so much. It's a great figure. I absolutely love it.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring up, like I said, I'm gonna show you what I've done first, and then I'm actually go down because I think Ryan got some shit going on. That's pretty dope. All I did was just like it's just a straight character pose, something that you would normally see him do in battle. Nothing really, just preparation. Nothing really over the top yet. But just standard. I mean, you can get, a lot of, presence out of this particular figure just in a simple stance in your, whether it's a Detolf, module case, or any type of display that you actually want to have them in. Again, I'll stop him right here. Like, again, it's just simple. Nothing really over the top. But you could just have him in just a standard pose, just a preparation. And the thing is about the really good thing about this figure is that the joints are smooth enough that they can actually stand without a stand. Like that's what I really love about this figure. Like, I'm bopping around, moving around in this desk, and it hasn't fallen. So
and the
it's
angles
really
that you've got on that, it's got implied energy, implied like explosive motion. The way you've got the legs poised, the way you've got the arms and the torso twist. So it's like, even though it's not some crazy dynamic pose, it looks like it's about to be. It looks like he's about to leap into action, and sometimes that's a really good pose to have. So I love that.
Definitely, man. Appreciate that. I'm gonna bring
beautiful
Ryan in with the circle of life that looks like right now.
See, and I love it. He's going with Miles.
Well, you're bringing in special effects, brother. Jesus.
Yo, I love it. I love it.
I had this posing rock that I have a pile of rocks, and so I had to pose it. And I was like, Let's break out Lion King. It's all good.
Yo.
So, why not?
Yo. That right there is epic,
It's
bro. I
no
love
tall
it.
order if I turn it, but I will try and turn it.
It's epic, bro.
Here, this will make it easier. Yep, there it goes.
That's epic, though, bro. That is epic.
It looked good for a second. Here we go. Boom.
Here we go.
Until I mean, I'm using an unflat surface, so bear with me. But
Nah, it's epic.
I think it works.
It does.
It works.
It definitely works. It definitely works.
Look
at that.
Lighter background. There it goes. All right.
Definitely
so
works.
If you get a pose, leave it in it. Don't spin it around on the turntable.
Yo, it definitely works. That definitely works. That's crazy.
I don't know if anybody's done this before, but I don't know. It just struck me. So.
Hey, you the first I've seen do it. Like, and it makes
I'm copywriting that trademark.
Trademark. Nah, but that's impeccable, bro. The thing is, just like I said, with that Miles figure, like literally, bro, I ordered it. I need another one. Like that Miles, like seriously, is like it made my top 5 of 2001 because it was incredible. I mean, 2021. It was incredible.
I haven't
bro.
made my list yet, but that's
it might be my number 1.
Yo, that
It's
thing
that
is incredible.
No, Brendan, that freaking Kingpin's your number 1. Don't even.
Hey, man.
That Kingpin, that's crazy.
It's so durable. I mean, you
can't
can
be all home runs.
This thing, and it feels like you won't break it. And
Nah, you won't.
Black
like it's
Panther
just
with
so
that
much
material.
into it, man.
You'll get creases in the red portions, but whatever.
Yeah.
You know what the most impressive thing I think about that figure is? It feels like Miles. It doesn't feel like Peter Parker.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like one of the other Spider-Man releases.
Yeah.
It feels like its own actual Miles Morales character. The musculature, the size, just everything about it. It doesn't feel like, well, we just got Peter Parker in a different costume. It feels like it is Miles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got a lot of Peter Parkers, and
Which I'm okay with.
we're gonna get some more Peter Parkers, but I agree.
Yeah.
In a Spider-Verse, Miles is overdue.
I'll say so. While I have this on you right now, Ryan, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Your one prediction that you have for this movie when it drops. One prediction. If you could say any prediction, one prediction that you have for this film.
One prediction I've got in it is that. Well, I can't. It was spoiler because I'm in it, so try not to. I don't know, man. I've really. I'm hoping we walk out of it. I'm going to predict this. I will walk out of it happier than when I walked out of Venom 2.
Yeah. Okay. That's a valid prediction. That's valid.
Just flat out pissed me off. So.
That's valid. Yeah. It pissed all of us off, bro. That's valid. Incredible figure. But yeah, the film, I don't know what the hell y'all were doing. We'll talk about that some other time. As a matter of fact, we won't.
If somebody pissed in my Mountain Dew, I would be happier than I left the Venom 2 theater.
Wow.
So let's, we're setting the bar so low we can only trip over it at that point.
John, how you coming on over there, bro? You ready?
Yeah, I think I'm ready. I can't even see it, so I need to.
Okay.
Oh, no, he cheated. He's got 4 spider people.
So we're all taking a selfie. Hang on. I need to change the angle. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
I dig it.
Okay.
I like that.
We got him taking a selfie. We got Stealth Suit. Someone's going to fall. I swear to God, someone's going to fall. We've got Stealth Suit doing the Black Panther. We got Black and Gold with his arm around him. And then we got him holding up the camera. He does have the phone in his hand, throwing up a peace sign.
Very nice.
Just trying to capture the playful side of Spidey. And then we got Home Suit. Throwing up a gang sign. Yeah, throwing up a gang sign.
Like it. I love it.
I see that black and gold suit back there. How do you like that?
Boom. What's that, Jeddah?
I see the black and gold suit. Did you like that one?
Oh, man, I do. I feel like the material really feels different from the upgraded suit. I feel like it's thicker.
It does, yeah. Definitely.
Any restrictions?
I don't think so. I haven't really played around with him a lot. I did one really dynamic pose, and he bounced back really quickly. But you're right, Jeddah, the gold, and that's what worries me about the integrated suit with all those gold trimmings that are going to be around on the spider symbol. I wonder what they're going to be like if you leave him dynamic.
Yeah, we're going to get creases, but that's the price we pay. So,
yeah.
Why we don't?
I love it. I love it. I still think the upgraded suit is my favorite. Just with I've punished this damn thing, and it just keeps bouncing back. So
it's good material.
Yeah.
I like that,
So,
though,
yeah,
bro. I
That's
like
me.
the
Just
selfie.
something fun. Doing a gang sign for a homemade suit. There we go.
That's incredible. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. KG, how you coming along, man? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, so
Let's
I
go,
hope
KG.
now before I bring you on, bro, no chocolate bars, gold tickets, and I hope you don't have that crazy hat on. I hope you
All
just
right. I got you.
You got me?
That's
Okay,
fair.
cool.
I got you. All right, so this is the pose I went for.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
I really like this figure, man. I think this is the latest Spider figure I have in the collection, and this is my favorite figure to pose, at least. And the drone, I mean, it just adds so much to it when it comes to posing the figure.
Yeah.
These effects are stupid as hell. They're really bad.
I think we can all agree on that. Yeah.
I agree.
It's
Yeah.
so cheap.
I have my homemade in almost the exact same pose that you have in right now, KG, just minus the effects on the bottom.
Right, and I put the effects. It gives that little effect to it. But yeah, those are my least favorite parts of the figure. But other than that, the drone makes me want to go buy a second drone pack or buying one of the drone packs that they have now for Hot Toys. So yeah, just to add more.
I've considered that as well. I think that's a good choice.
The person who enabled me was John. You know who you are. John.
You need 2 kg. Come on, just get 2 packs. 2 packs.
I'm thinking about it. But yeah, I love this pose.
With the price they're going at some point they'll have free shipping and half off, and you can get them. So
Yeah, right.
because they're not selling. So
Yeah,
They're definitely not selling, bro. Like they're still sitting on them on both on every anyone who is actually selling them right now. It's sitting. It hasn't. I mean, not to say there hasn't been minimal movement. There's been minimal movement, but I mean, there's But if you want to, I mean, seriously, as the saying goes, if you want an army build, it'd be crazy to get them. Just get a few of them, just have a whole bunch of them. So that's insane. I like that, bro. I mean, look, that's what I like about the homemade suit and with the drone set. The simple fact that it has so much presence, there's so much you can actually do with it, man.
It's one of the most fun to pose by far.
Oh yeah,
it is.
Oh yeah.
It definitely.
Nothing to worry about. Yeah.
My whole Spider-Verse, my whole Spider-Man collection is display is kind of in limbo because I'm just waiting for the classic suit and the Miles to drop so I can do what I have in my head. Yeah. And it's I don't want to do what I have in my head right now because they are central to that whole thing. And it's driving me nuts that I don't have it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So for the next pose, John, you want to do us the honor?
Yeah, so now let's go a little dynamic, guys. Let's do something.
Yes.
is Brendan still working on a pose, or did he give up?
I'm not posing. I said I'm offering commentary while then showing different figures that people are requesting in the chat if they're on the fence about what they want.
Well, somebody did basically request Gwen.
Oh, that's coming. I got it right next to me. I got both of them actually.
Actually, Brendan, I'm actually contemplating on that Gwen. If you can tell me if it's a worth it figure to get too, because
100% yes, it is. I got 2, so yes. But I will show that in one moment. This
Those
one
who can't
right
pose.
now, somebody wanted to see Dooku. Dooku is awesome. This is a great. I mean, there's something about old white men that Hot Toys just nails the head sculpts. They do. I think it's because honestly, I think it's because of wrinkles and stuff like that. Like the Force Awakens Han, that is a great head sculpt.
Yep.
This Krennic, even Old Man Luke from The Last Jedi, Ben Kingsley from Iron Man 3. There's something about older dudes that maybe it's because wrinkles and it just adds more detail to the face, but they do it really well. I also love the cape on Dooku. It drapes really nicely. It's not wired or anything. I don't think you need it to be, but it's got this really I don't know, felt or kind of feel to it. It's super soft. I love the coloring of it. Look at this. I mean, the head sculpt is just...
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
That head sculpt is great. That is Christopher Lee. I mean, it's so perfect. Yeah. So
I want to talk into the keywords that Brendan's used. Old white men, wrinkly, soft. Those are the keywords here.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I'm not sure where this dream is headed.
And butthole puckering, the only thing that I don't like about this figure is a gripe that I have with like, I feel like it's 9 out of 10 non-clone, non-armored Star Wars figures, and it's the way they do the goddamn boots.
Yeah,
Because at the ankle, this just like bunches and like, and it's so It's this pleathery. Like they gotta stop. They did it with young Han from Solo. They did. It's so bad.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they continue to do this because it is really, really bad.
Yeah.
But they do. It's the only knock I have on this figure at all. The tailoring, the sculpt, everything about this figure I absolutely love and definitely recommend. And I've actually seen it like not too pricey. So you can definitely get your hands on it.
Relatively, available and things. Yeah.
For KG and the others who asked about Spider-Gwen, 1000% get this figure. You want this figure, I'm telling you. It's so damn cool. Like, you can pose the shit out of it. That's an extreme bend, double joints, like ratchets, like small ratchets, but like good, strength. The lines that you can create with this figure because of this specific type of like animated body that they did for this this film. The wrist pegs can be a little bit of a pain in the ass because they're smaller than your typical 6 scale ones because they're made specifically for this body. So that can be a little bit of a pain, but it's not anything like royally, inconvenient. You can get her into some crazy good poses, a lot of flexibility with this. And again, the suit heals. So you're not going to have any problems with that. I got 2 because I love this. This is just kind of a basic pose, but then I have over here the head sculpt. The head sculpt, again, is just gorgeous. They absolutely nailed this head sculpt.
It's phenomenal.
From every angle, it's just so cool. It's so faithful to the film. And now that we're getting 2 more movies, I think we're going to see different iterations of these characters. And so if you're like, I just need 1, so maybe I'm going to wait for the next one, then you can do that. But you're going to be waiting at least, 2-3 years. This one is available now. I do feel like there are going to be some upgrades and some changes to the upcoming ones, because if you go back and you watch that recent trailer, but it's really just kind of like a short scene that they dropped. She's not wearing the blue ballet slippers. She's wearing blue Chucks. Also.
Right.
So I think there are going to be changes to the costumes. It'll be really cool if we get an animated 2099. Because I absolutely love the PS4 2099. I'm a huge fan of this. I love the 2099 Miguel O'Hara in the comics. But I do think that if, the fact that they're making 2 more movies, I think this has been doing well enough that I think we'll probably get some additional figures. I'm hoping for a Peter B. Parker. I don't know why they didn't make that one from the first movie. That's kind of weird. Another cool thing about the Gwen too is that when you take the hooded masked portrait off and you put the unmasked one on, you pop on it's like a foldable hood so that it sits, so like the hooded mask sits on her back like that, and then you pop the head sculpt on. I like the fact that they included that. And like double jointed elbows and knees. Obviously, Ryan's a big hater on double. He wants all single jointed. I don't know why, but it is really good to have. And dude, she comes with Spider-Ham. Okay.
Right.
I never thought I would have 1 Spider-Ham in my collection, and now I have 2. That's just baller. Spider-Ham is the shit. Just saying. So, definitely worth getting, KG. I would pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Yep.
What about you, Jeddah?
What was the question? Because I was posing.
What are your thoughts on Spider-Gwen?
Oh, that's no brainer, man. That's a silly question.
Did you get 1 or 2?
I got one. I think one's sufficient. But
Nope, you're
because
wrong. You need two.
yeah, well,
You just buy a
Yeah.
body online.
Just cancel
It's
one of
it's
those
definitely
goddamn
not
Death
the-
Watch Mandos that you have and get a second Gwen.
How dare you, Brendan?
No,
He's still
I-
going to
I-
have 47 Death Watch Mandos.
I've got 4. What are you talking about?
Maybe you could have 48.
I've got 4. I've just got 4. That's not crazy. That's not crazy. No, I like Spider-Gwen. It's not the most fun figure to pose because of the material of the suit. It feels like it's a little thin.
Right.
And the changing the
thin.
hands suck.
Yes.
Those tiny wrist pegs. I freaking hate those
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
But once you get it in a pose you like, then you're good to go.
That is, Jetta, like you said, that is one issue to consider is that you got to kind of apply a little bit of force to these smaller wrist pegs when you're trying to get these hands in. But be careful because if you break them, it's not like you can just dig into another figure's accessories and get extra 6-scale wrist pegs out because these aren't like any that we have in our other collections. So if you break one, you kind of fucked. So you gotta be careful. I mean, I think they give you like 2 extras in the box if I remember correctly, but like you definitely want to be aware of that as you're posing.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I feel like one of you guys might end up posing this one during the show, but somebody asked to see PS4 Iron Spider.
Yep.
Such a great figure. I absolutely love this. It's what we saw in the video game, but it's also accurate to the Civil War comic book arc when we first saw the Iron Spider. So it's the colors on this just pop so well. It poses great with other Spideys, other villains, but it also poses really, really well with Iron Man figures because of the combination of the colors. So I know Ryan likes this one. Lael, you got this one too, right?
Yes, I do.
It's anybody who doesn't have it. This is a great figure, and it stands out. It's got shelf presence, obviously with those the arms on there. It's definitely better than the Infinity War MCU Spider-Man Iron Spider.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I absolutely, and it is very posable too because like you've got these knee joints that are armored, so you don't have to worry about like showing any material creasing or anything like that.
Right.
You can do a lot with this figure, get some really cool poses. If you're using the arms, it does take up a fair amount of real estate in your display case, so you have to be aware of that and how you want to pose him. I actually, right now, until I kind of reorganize the whole Spidey collection, I just have him actually sitting on top of the waist grabber on the dynamic like flight stand. So he's just kind of aerial, just posed like this, which is kind of similar to the Civil War comic book cover. Where he was like that. So, but great figure, definitely worth getting. Any of you guys not have him?
I
don't have him.
No.
Brandon, here's the thing. Today I was, since we were doing Spidey stuff, I was planning to pick him up, but I don't know. But now you show me that, I'm tempted now again. So.
Great figure, a lot of fun to mess with. Photographs really, really well. Like if you already just like doing video or photography of your collectibles, or it's something you want to do more of, ask Ryan. That thing, you have so much fun with that.
It looks like we got a round it up. We got a $5 super chat for your boy Ren. Randy Poser, 6-scale lover. He said, "Good evening, everyone from the UK. Love all you guys. Keep up the great content. Loving the community." Oh man, thank you very much for that, man. None of us could possibly be here if it wasn't for the enabling of yours truly, Jetta Ryan Patrol. So thank him, all sponsorship, everything. I like fucking with him. But yes, it is what it is. But some of it is true. It is true.
I'll take my fair share of blame, but you can't just blame everything. Like if you're at the store,
Lael, you can take me off singles so they can see everybody else.
I just want you done explaining. You good? You good?
No, I'm just saying,
I'll show some more in a little bit, but that's good for
and
now.
you pick up a Snickers, that's not my fault.
So,
Or if you're at Krispy Kreme, you drive by the Krispy Kreme, they got the hot now sign on, and you buy 3 dozen. Not my fault.
So here's a question from collector level, and I don't have it. It says, Brendan, do you or anyone on the panel have the third-party Toys era, the Nightmare, the Nightcrawler? She just found one new and wondered what we think. I don't have it. I will say the only thing that I've seen of it is I remember Justin did a video of it, and I remember not really digging some of the X-Men releases that So-So did back in the day, but I did think that Nightcrawler looked particularly good. I just didn't pick it up because I didn't have the rest of them. Do any of you guys have it?
Nope.
No,
I didn't really
don't.
care for the films he was in, so nah.
Yeah.
I'll pass
Sometimes sometimes that will matter. For me, it's like if I really like the figure and I can make it work within the rest of my collection, and I'm not just looking to build out a display from that specific movie, then I might be willing to go for it.
Right.
But at the time, the only X-Men that I hadn't was like the more classic looks from like the ones that Sideshow released, and then my Days of Future Past Wolverine. So I wasn't going to be able to make it work display-wise.
Right.
It does look like it's actually a pretty good. Put it this way, it looks far better than the other X-Men releases from that same line.
Yeah.
Justin would be the better person to ask, but if you haven't watched his video on it, watch that. That might give you, an idea of if you want to pull the trigger on it or not.
That's one of those, like, if I can't complete the line, I would not buy that figure.
Yeah, I'm very selective.
Because
It
that's
just-
the one with the yellow.
Unless you're a diehard Nightcrawler fan. If you're like all about Nightcrawler, then get it, man. If you really love it. But if you're, think about like if you can picture that in your display and you're not going to be irritated that you don't have the other companion pieces to go around it.
Yeah,
if you know that having it is actually going to irritate you more than not having it, then don't get it. Max's Geekdom, isn't the classic suit Spider-Man scheduled for Q2 2022? I believe it's either Q1, I think it's like Q1, Q2.
Yeah.
But we expected it to come out much sooner because it's the same damn suit as Cyborg Spidey, just without the additional cyborg parts on it.
Yeah.
So, for whatever reason, they have not put it out. Again, like I always say, it's just Hot Toys doing Hot Toys shit. We don't know why we don't have Miles. We don't know
why are we getting a Bat Pod tomorrow with nothing to go with it?
Right. Exactly.
That's random.
So,
I mean, I'm getting one, but I don't know what the hell that video is going to be.
The only thing I can think of is that they're dropping that Bat Pod to try and see if that pushes pre-orders on the Catwoman. I think that might be.
You're gonna have it's like
Marty and Doc
Marty situation all again.
Well, but if anybody has any of the previous Nolan versus Batman releases, then they could have it in that kind of display. So, but yeah, I do think it's them trying to drive the. Sorry, we're getting a little bit of an echo from Lael's headset. Once he's back, you won't hear that. But I do think they're trying to drive the pre-orders for Catwoman a little bit to see if that has an impact, and I think it will.
I think it's good.
Max Geekdom says tomorrow. Well, our today is there tomorrow. We're 12 hours behind Hong Kong, so it'll be later tonight. Yeah.
So this is what I'm gonna do.
Leo.
I'm gonna go first really quick because I want to explain something. I'm pretty sure I don't know if any of you guys had this problem. I love the upgraded suit. Don't get me wrong. I love the upgraded suit, but there's one thing I hate about this figure. And it's not even the figure itself. It's the accessory. If anyone actually, let me single myself real quick. I hate it. I've hated it since I've had it. Now, just to explain, this is just a standard comic book pose. Again, I'm just going with like anything that I actually seen from the comics when it comes to Spidey. Some you've actually seen in film as well. But yeah, it's just a typical pose. Nothing really outlandish, but it is dynamic in weight as far as what I was going for. Again, this is just him midair swinging. That's all. But the problem that I have with this figure is this.
Oh.
And this, because it doesn't stay. It never stays in. It's so loose, like it never stays. Like I hate using it. Like I really, really do. So what I have to do is put like double-sided tape inside of it just to kind of give it some space, like just to so it can stick. Because otherwise, I was just going to glue it. I literally was going to glue it on, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. But yeah, it never stays. It doesn't give you what you need, especially if you plan on using it just I'm just so frustrated. It gets every time I try to use it, it just does that. So I'm packing like some double-sided, especially if you want to use the drone that comes with it. I mean, that's the purpose for it. And I got to stuff things in it just to kind of give it, just what I need. So that's what I just did just now.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually used those little mini drones because they just don't have enough shelf presence for me. Like the larger one.
Yeah, I wanted to use it just to kind of give it, just a little, like just a slight background presence.
You have to have enough depth, enough space for forced perspective, so it looks like they're the normal size, but they're just like back in the distance. If you don't have enough depth in your display to be able to do that, and you need a fair amount of it, then it doesn't. You can do it. They can come in handy for photography and for video if you want to try and make them look like they're deep in the background.
Yeah.
But for your just everyday looking at your display and enjoying it with your just own two eyes, they don't really serve a larger purpose, unfortunately.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. And that's, I appreciate them for wanting to add certain things and, give us something. But, at least give us something that works. You know what I mean?
Right.
Give us
the crappy thing is, though, it's like we want them to step out of the box and try more innovative things, but that also means that sometimes they're not going to work. And unfortunately, some of those things that don't work will also drive the price up. So it's like we're paying more for something that we didn't really feel like we ended up getting what we wanted. But that's the cost of innovation, is like sometimes we're going to pay a little bit extra for nothing extra on a release.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, and if you again, I don't like using the waist grabber too much when it comes to the dynamic stand, so I kind of just tuck the legs in. It just maneuvered a certain way. You could do it, if you have your figures. It's a way to kind of cheat the system so you don't actually get that creasing around the waist and it doesn't mess it up. So I sort of kind of like doing it that way.
I love that, dude. See, same thing. You always, you're really good at implying motion by the tilt and the angle. So you've got his right shoulder drop down a little bit and then coming to the side. And that, again, it makes it look like he's twisting in the air as he shoots that web.
Yeah.
It's like you're very good at just implying this motion that makes a whole world of difference.
Yeah, again, because, we're both, majority of us, even Ryan, we're all comic book readers. So I think... And Ryan, would you agree that kind of gives us a slight advantage?
Some comic book experience. Yeah, I would think so. Yeah. I mean, you got all the. I mean,
just in life.
90% of the poses in comics you can't pull off, but there's some that you can.
Yeah.
I mean, at least some with the Spidey figure, you can sort of pull it off as much as you can.
You almost need it to have like no ab. You need like a jello ab, so you can really get that compression on the hips. And we really can't.
So many people are like, I have jello abs. What can I do?
That's not the same ones I'm talking about.
It's true,
though. It needs to be more flexible that you physically can't do on a figure. But,
guys, if you were ever stuck for inspiration, for ideas, for poses, go read some comic books. You will see shit that you're like, oh, I got to do that. Like, it's great. Somebody, so Amador Vincent Purification. That sounds kind of like a dangerous
long name.
Purification.
That's an interesting name.
Asked about Black Panther and should he pick him up now? Do we think that they will reissue? I do think eventually there will be another Black Panther figure.
But I would get this one.
I don't know when, and I don't know what kind of form that's going to take. I've got mine right here. I'm telling you, this is a gorgeous figure. I love it. Obviously, it comes with the throwaway, crappy, like, black light kind of, stand thing. But this Black Panther, man, it's a really good figure. And if you get this one, I highly recommend getting Killmonger along with him.
Yes.
Because that Killmonger figure is phenomenal. It'll also look really cool in a display with black and gold Spidey.
Yep.
I know Lael is itching to do that.
Yep.
But this Black Panther figure, is really, really cool. I absolutely love him. I've got him posed in kind of like the Infinity War thing with Bucky and with others. Great figure. I love the claws on the hands. They're really good. Overall, this is just, it's a quality figure. I would recommend picking it up if I were you. It might be a little pricey right now, so I don't say go out and spend $700 on this figure. Hunt around, look for a good price. Don't just pull the trigger on the first one that you see. If you wait and you have some patience, you can find, whether it's buy, sell, trade, Mercari, whatever, you can find good deals.
Definitely.
Oh,
So,
got the Santa hat.
yeah. So I'm gonna get to him, John. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out the head. This hand doesn't have the freaking web for this to go into the web, so I've had
It doesn't. It's the stupid, and I don't know why they never released that.
I just realized that. I'm like, what the?
Yeah,
They never gave us one.
Yeah.
But I just tried to actually. Speaking of comics, I saw this in a from the video game, so I've tried to emulate that, and I'm not quite happy with it. But it's about as close as I could get to that angle. Like in the picture I saw, he's like really coming in like that.
Yeah.
Like
I love it.
through.
That's straight up movie and video. It's movie, video game, and comic book accurate.
I dig it.
Like literally.
Yeah, he's coming through.
I love it.
Should have my turntable. No, I'm stretching that pretty a lot. It's just something about the head. I just want to get the angle. I don't know if I like the angle of the head as much. But yeah, I wanted to try and emulate that picture that I saw. That's about as close as I can get, I think. Then I'm using the stand here to let his leg balance on it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
That's taking some of the weight.
That's good.
Yeah, that trick
like
is
coming
incredible.
through.
Love it, bro.
You guys are all doing a really good job, like I said, of the implied motion, but then implied environments too. Like it legit looks like that web is attached to like a skyscraper
something.
or something.
Yeah.
It's going in between
Attached to a
buildings.
cloud.
Wonder Woman 1984.
No, it's Spider-Verse, man. Spider-Verse.
He's riding the lightning, guys. He's literally just hooked up to the lightning. He can do that now.
Yeah.
He's riding Electro's lightning coming in.
Yeah, right. Right. Love it. So we're gonna go with Jetta. What you got going on over there, bro?
I'm in the Christmas spirit. So I did, and I put him on the stand because I didn't want to fall over this time. You don't need a stand for this, but this is literally, I've just got Miles just kind of walking around.
Just through the city.
Just through the city. He's just kind of chilling. Got his little Santa hat on there.
Hell yeah.
We got Spider-Man in the bag up there. Just super simple. This
Just
is
walking through Brooklyn. There
Yeah,
it goes,
sweet.
man. Love that.
So
love
as
it.
simple as this is, you can change out the hand. I do wish we had more variation of hands because every Spider-Man has the same hands, essentially. I would like something, maybe a third party could make some custom hands. That'd be awesome. But
Yeah.
I dig this, man.
Bro, I dig it.
Simple.
I straight
That's
up dig
great.
that. I love it.
And you do not need a stand, but again, spinning around as we saw previously, things fall over. So
Yeah, I definitely dig that. I do dig it. I just
That's
having
a
him
cool
walking around.
walking pose.
And you know what? It's crazy because that's like pretty much for everybody who's played the game. Like when he's walking through the city, and it's funny because people just looking at him like, and you hear in the background something like, "It's Spidey!" Like you just, it's
exactly.
incredible.
I think putting the backpack on the front is a little more fun.
Yeah, it is. It is. Because that's the way I normally keep, him and the Bodega Cat right in the front, like just to have it that way, man. So,
Dude,
yeah,
when I
love it.
first unboxed this, I had to break out the instructions to figure out how to get the stupid backpack on. 'Cause
Oh yeah,
I was like, the other backpacks, they don't come apart. So I literally had to look at instructions for that. It's
Yeah.
crazy, but,
yeah.
I
I like how
like
they
it.
did that though. I love how they did that.
I
man.
like it very much. You don't
Bro,
have to worry
like-
about bending arms and
Yeah, and out of all the accessories, here's the thing, like it's what's worth the price of admission already with this figure is the Bodega Cat because it has so much presence, bro. It's not just
Yep.
standing around. Like you can actually, like I think you did one before where you had like Miles throwing the actual cat.
Yeah.
I think I remember
Yeah,
that. Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy. Love it.
That's money. Just how you have the hands sells that.
Yeah.
Like getting a walking pose ain't easy.
Nah, it's
No.
not.
To get it to look,
It's not.
To get it to look
It's
good.
not.
Like
It's not.
getting
Not
a
at all.
walking pose on that quarter scale Mando, that took a minute.
And that's
ratchet,
ratcheted jointed, right?
Yeah, it just, man, it's just tough because you wanted to look natural, right? And,
Yeah.
and-
Right.
and what I see most of the time, I see walking poses that are just wrong.
Yeah.
It's when they have your right shoulder and right leg going in the same direction. That's
Yeah.
most of
Right.
like the number one fault that I see all the time.
Yeah.
And it's just so obvious. And I'm like, do you walk that way? Go look in the mirror, watch yourself walk.
And
You
how
don't
you
walk like that.
exactly like just
And
look
then-
at especially it's you have to look at the thing is a human form, how we move, how we especially throughout the day, the dynamics of how we reach for certain things. It's like we don't reach with just a straight away without turning your shoulder slightly, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it makes so much sense,
I
man.
wish I had like some pistol hands, like I could do like the guy's hands, but like,
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
Spider-Man
right.
on it, but I don't have that hand, so
Right. Yeah,
can't
that would
really-
be crazy. That's see, yeah,
I
you're making me.
don't know that Miles would do that, but
I gotta get another.
might.
I'm getting another Miles,
He
bro.
might.
I already know. I'm just getting one more.
we need a freaking head sculpt for this guy.
I know. I'm surprised. Like no third party company has actually done it yet. Like is this? We need it
I would
though.
like
We need
one.
it though.
There was a third-party one for the Peter from the PS5 and PS4 games, so
Yeah.
hopefully they'll come out with a Miles one too. That took a while though. That took like a
Yeah.
good year after the
Yeah.
game, so
Definitely.
which
I would
we're at
like
about
one.
a year after the
Yeah,
Miles game. So
definitely. So KG, man, what we got going on over there? Oh, see, you already? You bringing out the big guns
Look at
already?
that. Nice.
KG, come on.
You can see the bodega cat right there. Just-
Well done.
You doing it already? Are you doing it already, man?
I didn't know
Yeah.
where it was going like that.
Like, are you just bringing out the guns already? Like, you just not gonna give us a chance to just like wait? What are you doing,
Warm
bro?
up, KG. Come on, mate.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to go for something like Spidey versus Spidey, and I had a picture in my mind of how that's going to go. So,
Yeah,
yeah, no, I mean, when you go back to the comic thing, I mean, I just finished the Maximum Carnage book, and when I'm looking at that comic, I get so excited for the Carnage figure and the Venom
Yeah.
figure, and just having Spidey together, and who knows, maybe one day we'll get Morbius. Morbius in the comic book, so it's like,
yeah.
yeah.
I think we will get a Morbius. We're going to get a Morbius figure, especially based on that movie. Sony's
Hopefully
not
the
there.
movie isn't to use a turn of phrase from Jeddah, a pile of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope not. I have high hopes for it, so I'm hoping that they can pull it off. Well, who knows? But yeah, that looks good, man. I love how you have the homemade suit. How you have Pete falling backwards, Miles with the cat in his hand. Like
Yeah.
it's sort of like yo, Pete's like, yo, get that cat away from me.
Yeah.
Homemade
Yeah.
Spidey better kind of close those knees a little bit because it looks like Miles is about to dick punch him. It does, man. Like, look at the angles, man. I think KG did that on purpose. I think maybe he's dealing with some trauma from earlier in his life and it's coming out in his poses.
Yeah.
That's
No,
crazy.
honestly, this Miles figure is my favorite figure of this year. I think it's at least
Yeah.
it's
I agree.
really,
I love it.
really good.
I love
It's
that figure
really
so
good.
much, bro. Like literally, I love it.
Yeah, I mean it's comic book classic. Once you get the classic Spidey and have this guy with him on the shelf, it's yeah.
KG, so that's your favorite new one that was released this year, or at least one of them. Did you pick up any older figures this year?
Any older figures? I don't think so. Oh, well, I guess the stealth suit maybe. But if you're talking about
Okay,
older
all right.
figures,
So for everybody, for all you guys, is there a favorite figure you have that was an older one that you went back and picked up this year? That wasn't like a new release, but you went back and tracked it down.
Ooh.
Because for me, it's the Mandarin from Iron Man 3. Ben Kingsley in that chair is just next level. I can't believe I slept on it the first time around, but damn, is that amazing.
I didn't
Bbs
didn't
Batman.
pick up anything
Hey,
as of
and
right
I picked
now.
that up for like $100, man. It's great.
Really? Nice.
Yeah.
I got it for just under retail from a retail place, brand new, but just a good deal. So,
Nice.
yeah, man, it's such a great figure. Nobody hunted down some old stuff this year?
Yeah, I got Bbs Batman. That was my grail. One of my
nice.
grails. I wanted
Okay.
to get.
I mean, I didn't really hunt it. It showed up. I got the Homecoming tech suit from the Homecoming that showed back up on the
And Sideshow stock. Yeah, that was a great steal that you got there.
And I got
I'm
that.
about to get that too, Jeddah. I'm about to get that too, mate. That's one I've been looking for a long
I got the
time.
movie promo one. It was $200, and I said, "I'll take
Yeah.
that. Thank you."
Hell yeah.
So
John, do
I
you
got
have
that.
do you have the quarter scale?
Yes,
I got the quarter scale. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because it's the same suit, but like that
It
quarter
is.
scale, it's the only reason why I don't like spend extra money to like buy on the secondary market the tech suit from Homecoming is because I have the quarter scale, and that quarter scale is the ultimate damn Spider-Man collectible.
Yeah,
It's just
he's
so
epic.
Dude, I don't know. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one.
versus what are you favoring now?
Scarlet.
Scarlet Spider?
Yes.
That's one I want.
Interesting. I love it too. Isn't that
Yeah,
one that you
that's one.
sold and then you picked back up?
Yes.
I love how
I like how I said yes.
I love how you sold it, but you thought that it was the ultimate Spider-Man and got it back. Like
That's exactly right.
I love that because I mean it also shows how you can sometimes we make a mistake or we're just not in the mood for something, but we can get it back in our collections. It's not the end of the world if you don't have something.
Like I said, it's only money. It's only money.
Yeah.
Can always
All
make
right.
more money.
Can always
So-
make more money. They print more every day.
Definitely. All right, so now that we got that out the way, we're going to jump in. What are we going to do? The dynamic companion next, John, or what are we going to do?
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do a dynamic companion.
Dynamic
Catch up to
companion.
KG.
Yes, dynamic
You guys are
companion
crushing
piece.
it, man.
All right, we got to put it full speed on Brendan because I'm going to cheat.
So I love.
Yeah, let's
cheat.
cheat. All right, so
right.
all right, so let's put Brendan up. We're going to hide and let Brendan do the talking. So
All right.
do what you do
So-
best.
Somebody in the chat asked about the Assassin's Creed ones that I have in the last remnants of Detolfs in my collection. Once my next round of Magic cases come in, those are getting out, and I'm done with Detolfs. So they are not the Hot Toys one. Hot Toys only did one Assassin's Creed figure, and it was Ezio from AC2. And it was good. I think Damn Toys is better. And I have every one that Damn Toys has put out. Except I did not pre-order the one that they announced from Odyssey, Alexios. It has these bigger than I've ever seen on a 6 scale. These massive visible knee joints, and it looks like garbage. And I love Damn Toys and I love the Assassin's Creed line, but I'm passing on that one. I've got all the others though. So I have 2 of them here with me right now. This is Altair, great figure. He's the classic character. The tailoring and the detail on the weaponry and the bases too. Damn Toys just goes full tilt, and these are fully licensed. Damn Toys, if it's licensed, it says Damn Toys. If it's not, it's usually under their VTS toys, which they've done. I think that's the Black Mask one that I have from the DC line, and then the Ghost of Tsushima, the Battlefield Ghost, or Ghost of Battlefield, that is what they're calling it. But the one from Jin Sakai from the Ghost of Tsushima game looks gorgeous. Mine is about to ship. I can't wait for that. They do amazing quality work. The detail on all of these pieces, on the weapons, on the gauntlets on here, everything about this, the tailoring, the bottom of his kind of robes has a nice strong wire in there, so you can do a lot with this. Altair is a classic character, so if you're only going to get one character, one figure from the line, I would say Altair or Ezio, and they made a young Ezio from AC2, and they made the older mentor Ezio from Revelations, sorry. So those are 2 really worth getting. The other one I have here is so damn cool, and this is from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's got a ton of accessories, and I'm falling a little bit over here. This is Bayek. The level of detail on the color on all of these pieces of his robe, the shield, the sword, the curved nature of it. You've got this massive bow here, and you've got the quiver with all the arrows. Great figure. You do have visible knee joints, but you can kind of cover those up with these different fabric elements, and then the way you kind of bend them, it's a good portrait. Tons of weapons and accessories they do for these releases. Edward Kenway has like 7 different pistols and swords, and they all have the wrist blades. There's Connor from AC3. He's got his tomahawk. He's got bow and arrow. They all just have so many different accessories and weapons. So highly, highly recommend these. If you're a fan of Assassin's Creed, if you want something in your collection that just isn't Star Wars, Marvel, or the occasional DC character that Hot Toys just decides we're bored, so we'll put a DC character out right now, and you just want something different in your collection, these are absolute home runs. Absolutely love them, and I think a lot of people, as a result, are really going to enjoy the Ghost of Tsushima figures too. I know Ryan hasn't even played the game, and he's been so impressed with the photos that he's been thinking about picking that one up.
True story.
It looks cool.
It's 100% worth jumping into. Damn Toys goes to the next level when it comes to the detail on weapons and the amount of accessories you get. Every character in that line, you get at least 10 different weapons and accessories, at least 10 with, and they all come with these big, like, heavy, well detailed bases. So it's not just, you get this figure and then you get a stupid little oval stand that they won't even hold up on. Like, you get really, really good quality. So it's definitely worth jumping into. So that's just two of the very many Assassin's Creed ones. Somebody else asked to see. I'll grab him right here. And I know some people will talk a lot of shit about it. This Flash, the CW Flash, I actually really dig. Yes, I agree that the color differential shouldn't be as stark as it is between the different sections of the suit, but in person, it's not as noticeable as it is when you're seeing a review. Like Justin's reviews are great, but they're in a light box, so it's very, very bright, and it's hard not to see the color differential. Same thing with a lot of other photos. When they play with the saturation in Photoshop, that then makes the contrast much more stark. I'm not saying it's not there. It definitely is, and it shouldn't be as much as it is. But it doesn't ruin the figure for me. I still really, really dig it, and he looks great when you pair him up with this guy, if I can do this without knocking any shit over. These two together just look awesome. So Soso Toys Green Vigilante / Green Arrow, definitely a great pickup. I know Lael has loved this figure. Ryan, and he's not a DC guy, he picked it up, really liked it, sold it, or gave it away, I can't remember, but he liked it.
Yeah, I gave it away.
It's just, it doesn't fit in his collection, but it's a very good figure. Again, a great release from Soso Toys. And if you look at these two, it doesn't look like, oh, this is a hot toy and a third party. Like, they fit really well together. So if you're a DC guy, if you like the Flash, if you like the Flash show on the CW, if you just want something to go with your Green Arrow, I'm telling you, I dig it. It's posable. It is very, very stupid and unforgivable that they did not give us split ankle. The boot is a solid piece, and that is just supremely stupid for, of all characters, the Flash. So I don't give them a pass on that whatsoever. But they don't call me before they put out a release to be told what they should and shouldn't do. They 100% need to do that. Howard, what the fuck? You got my number. Come on. But is what it is. But it's a good figure. It's a fun figure. If you're like on DC, you're not like a big DC person, it's not for you. It's not meant for you. But if you really like the Flash, if you really like that show, if you want stuff to build out your DC display, it's a good figure. And I mean, if you wait a little bit, you can probably get it on a discount because I don't think it's selling that well. So, but I do think it is worth picking up. Not worth like overpaying a crazy price for, but I think the retail price is perfectly reasonable for it. What else do we have here? Anybody? I have the Damn Toys Vietnam. Yeah, Damn Toys and their VTS and their other kind of non-licensed brand names. They do a bunch of like military style figures, and they do those fairly well too. They just in general they do well with weapons. They do well with intricate tailoring. They are, I would say, probably the closest, maybe even just slightly past So-So Toys in terms of like the next company that's nipping at the heels of Hot Toys in terms of just artistry and quality of their releases. Let's see. What's a U.S. location that you can get So-So? I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe like 1/6 kit? Do they sell? I don't even know where they're based, actually, to be honest. I don't know a lot of U.S. shops that sell third-party stuff. To be
Neo
honest.
Geek Toys.
There you go. Okay. Most of the places that I know where you can get some third-party stuff is like Comic Sanctorum, Giant Toy, KG Hobby, some places like that. But yeah, more often than not, the third-party things, you're either
Jetta's
getting
Room.
those.
I don't have that many third-party stuff.
Yeah, but
I only buy the ones I like.
But that you have been picking up, and I've been telling you, just pull the trigger already.
What?
Is this guy?
I do need to
Now,
pick that up.
This, and Lael, you've got this guy too, right?
Yes, I do.
This figure is awesome. Great posability. All right, with the fabric pants, you can pose the hell out of this thing. You don't have to worry about anything. It's not wired like the leather jacket, but it drapes and fits perfectly. They said that like it was only if you pre-ordered you were going to get the bonus hat, but I'm pretty sure you can still buy it and get the hat too. Revolver, everything, like it's just such a cool figure, but it also fits really, really well with all the other Spidey Hot Toys that you have. It fits well with Gwen and Spider-Ham and stuff, and then eventually Miles, so that if we don't in the future get a Spider-Man Noir from the movie and you want something to pair with them, it still works. This was another So-So Toys release that they absolutely nailed, so I definitely recommend picking this one up. Especially, I mean, if you're a Spidey fan, I'm a Spidey fan and I love film noir. So for me, that was a no-brainer. It was just, I absolutely had to have it. So I definitely love that one. Mark Hansen said, check Big Boy Toy, Big Bad Toy Store. Yeah, Big Bad is weird because sometimes they'll have like third-party kind of unlicensed stuff. But like it is hit or miss. They don't always carry them. So it's like a random thing. So they're one of the ones that you just kind of have to check, but you never really know what you're going to see there. Is Arthur still available? I don't know what that is. Sorry. Here was your most challenging to solve when posing. What do you guys think?
What was the question?
Which figure was your most challenging to solve when posing? I would say First Order Stormtrooper.
Damn straight.
and none of us overcame that challenge. We all failed.
No, we sucked on that one.
Yeah, that one's. There are some that are hard, and I feel like a lot of them tend to be ones with restrictive armor and very not flexible posing bodies underneath, like Phasma. Phasma was a shit show to try and pose. Or if they're just fragile, even if they look really cool, like the Sideshow Mythos Boba Fett looks great. But if I look at it for too long, I'm afraid it's gonna fall completely apart. It's that fragile. So posing, like I literally haven't posed that since I got it a couple years back. I got it in a pose I wanted, and I left it the fuck alone. So that one for me is definitely it.
It looks like we got a $7.99 super chat from Ashley Chase. Sorry, I'm late. You're better late than never.
Hey.
Thank you for coming on, Ashley. Thank you for
What
being
about
here.
you, Lael? What's one that was just an absolute hellscape to pose?
To be quite honest, I'll say most recently the hardest to pose, to really get a decent pose, because you can't stand her by herself. You can't stand her without a stand. That to me had to be the Arkham Harley. That thing was it was
Yeah,
hell to pose. And even if you wanted to, because of the presence that she has without you, I'm gonna tell you right off the back, there's no dynamic poses with that figure. None. Don't try to. You can hold the gun, you can do whatever, but it just
disagrees.
probably I chose not to because of the skirt, because of those. I hated the wrist pegs. And
Yeah, they suck.
yeah, but other than that, I mean, you can try to, but the
figure's got so much style and personality that it's one of those ones that still has presence, even though you can't do as much with it as you would with other figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I'm gonna go first while everybody's getting ready.
While you're about to do that, just happy early birthday to Tobor. His birthday's on the 19th. He's gonna be going to see Spider-Man.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, man. We got 101 people here basically watching tonight. Hit that like button right now. Subscribe, please, if you haven't already subscribed. And I also subscribe to everybody's channel that's on this panel tonight. But all right, so I'm gonna go real quick just to kind of knock it out while everybody's still preparing.
Max's Geekdom said Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay. I don't know if I didn't pick that up. I know Will Foxification did. I believe he likes it a lot. But check with him. I don't know where he got it or if it's still available.
Okay. So I'm just going with this. This is this simple. Well, sort of.
Nice.
I got Doc Ock, holding Spidey in his hand. He's actually has him spread out, unmasked him at the very top here. You can see he has him unmasked. And then basically you have, of course, the Goblin in front of him taunting him with one of the pumpkins. So we just mainly got to reveal, again, just something. And the thing is, this Ock, listen, this third-party Toys era Ock is phenomenal. It is. It is a phenomenal. It's probably like literally one of the best third-party figures I own. Like literally, it's that good. Like it's just that good. The ingenuity. I've had it for such a long time, and still the tentacles on this piece is incredible. Like, I mean, they knocked it out the park to the point where I can care less if Hot Toys releases one. To be quite honest, I can care less if they do, because I love this figure. Like, I love the way they've done it. They've killed it. Also, like I said, the Toys era Green Goblin, this piece is just as it's so much presence in the engine. And what they did with the suit is sort of like a rubberized arm. It's not even armor. It's like a rubberized suit that allows you to have the posing that you actually need from this figure. And the glider is incredible. So.
The suit is like indestructible.
Yeah, it is. So I kind of slightly turned so you can actually get a visual from the side and just see it there. I like
Epic.
it. I like
Epic.
It. Yeah, I like that. So
Very well
again,
done, all right, now I challenge you to fit that in a decal.
Oh hell no. Oh
That's
hell
the
no.
Detox is you can't do crazy like multiple figures.
Hell no.
At least
I mean,
difficult.
I actually have both the advanced suit and Doc Ock and the Detolf with Mysterio. So I have them posed up and it's very dynamic. It's mainly how you put it in, how you fit it in. So pretty decent.
Epic layout. That's awesome.
Yeah, so do like that, man. Thanks, John.
You need that bloodied up Tom Holland head sculpt for that.
Right?
Yeah.
We do.
I don't have that either.
We do.
You know what would be really cool? This setup makes me think if they made any of the pumpkin bombs with like a smoke trail like coming behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how if they could do that somehow, or how like the additional like small Spidey drones have like their own kind of little stand things. Obviously they don't work very well, but if there was like a cool kind of additional stand thing that you could have one of the pumpkin bombs on with a smoke trail so it looks like it's flying through the air, that would be pretty cool.
That would be sweet.
And one thing real quick though I want to say about this Ock too, the jacket, both the jacket and the underlay leather they're wired. So you get a lot of posability from it. Like it's wired. I mean, I love it. Everything about it. Now the thing is, do not try to twist the waist. Don't do that because you'll end up breaking it. Don't try to do that, and you don't need to because really the tentacles does everything. That's what the presence is. So yeah. Yeah,
Epic.
It's
good, man.
incredible,
Well
man.
done.
So who do we got next? Who's ready next? Let me know.
I think I am, but I kind of need to see it on the screen to see if it looks okay in front of the camera.
Love it.
Oh, hang on.
Love it.
Clones.
Love it.
So got him. Got his hand balancing on here. I don't know if I'm happy with all that angle. I need to tweak it a bit.
You almost need like crazy neck articulation for a Spider-Man, which we don't typically get.
Nope.
Yeah,
Because you
I'm
can't
not
get
liking-
that crazy like ear on shoulder pose. It's very difficult.
Yeah. See, I don't like the head. The head looks, and then he's gone. Okay, he's fallen. But the idea
Okay,
was
great.
to have him balancing on the ground, coming through with upgraded suit flying over.
Yeah.
And I've got him on his arms back, maybe like that a bit. There we go. And he is quite twisted in here. There's a lot of stress going on in here, but I like it. So, put the hands up and maybe looking down a bit more. There we go.
And that does matter. Like if where you're displaying it, you need to pose whatever direction you're going to be. If it's high or low, you got to figure that out.
I don't like. I think this would look better with the masked portrait. If I had the masked portrait, I could have had it maybe twisted a bit better.
Yeah.
But I got him like leaping through, him leaping over him, like he's coming back. I want to get his arms back. Have you guys ever find it's hard to get when you got their arms flying back to get the looking more natural? I don't know. I feel like it's difficult.
That depth perception is kind of tough. Yeah.
Yeah, the depth perception is messing with me. There we go. Yeah, he just doesn't want to seem to be looking where I want him to be looking.
That is the problem with head sculpts, and that's why masks are better.
Yeah. What about if I have him like that even? And keep in mind this holder doesn't want to hold him. Oh, what about if I do that? No, that looks shit. Yeah. No, I think we better go on that way. Straight on.
This is how posing goes, guys.
I like
Sometimes
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that was my effort.
Yeah, man. Rock and roll.
I think
The
I
top
need a bit more
fighting
time on
pose
that
is
one.
on point.
I love it.
Coming through.
Definitely
Coming through,
love
yeah.
that, bro.
I might need to switch the head. out. But I wanted to have them like coming in together.
And that's a
using
good
two stands
technique
on top.
that people can use too, because if you need the display base to pull off your pose, but you have limited actual real estate in your display, if you're in a detolf or you just have a lot of figures in one Maja case, then stack the display bases like he's got right there, and
Yeah.
you can have different levels, aerially to your poses. So that's awesome. That's a good technique. And it's a really good
Definitely.
use of like those larger bases too, like the ones that come with like
Yeah.
Venom or Thanos or something, to put those to use instead of them just being a nag for taking up a lot of real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done,
Yeah.
man.
I feel like I needed a bit more time with that one just to get. I should have switched this head out and had the masked one on there. I think would have looked a bit better. But that was the idea. Also, I was trying to hide the stands a bit. It's quite difficult to. Like, I don't like seeing a lot of flight poles. So I wanted to try and use him to hide all the poles as best I
That's
could.
one of the good things. If I especially like it with the upgraded suit, because it's the black and red instead of the blue and red.
Yep.
And then if you have a black, either if you use some sort of black backdrop in your detolf, or if you have the black background in the Maja case, that also helps to hide a lot of the flight stands so that you can pull off the pose you want and you don't
Yeah.
really see the flight poles as much.
Yeah, because I've literally got a lot of that weight balancing on this wrist here. Because the flight pole's actually not really holding him. He wants to keep slipping out. Because I've like torqued, like this pole here. I've literally got it torqued all the way over to try and hold him.
That's the thing that drives me kind of crazy about the white pole that we got with Spider-Gwen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it stands out in your display very much against like a black backdrop, and only like the parts of her arms and like upper torso are white, but all the rest of her body is black. So it stands out against her body, like her legs and everything too. So
Yeah, it almost looks better from that angle for this guy, because you can't see where his eyes are looking. Yeah, but I'll have to leave it that now. Maybe even that angle. Boom.
I dig it. That's a really good one. It's a great way to incorporate both of the figures.
Yeah.
Killing it all.
Thank you very much.
Always killing it with the poses, man. Come on, man. Always killing it.
Yeah.
Who we
Man,
got
this is.
What's that?
I was gonna say it's hard to try and get it because I take a long time. This is freaking challenging. Jesus Christ, this is challenging to try.
That's
and
why
get
I'm
it
on
to
commentary. But is there a character that's more fun to pose than Spidey? I honestly
I don't
think there
know.
is.
I don't think there is. No.
Yeah,
I mean, you might have individual like figures that are just really, really awesome to pose, but character-wise, I think he takes it.
Yep.
Yeah, he does.
Shout out! We've got Marcos from Collector's Own in the building now.
What's up?
My man Marcos, what's going on with you, brother?
Still waiting on my 100% off code,
Right?
but we'll talk later.
100%. That's not bad. Yeah, so that's me. All good.
Well, I wanted it 110%. Like, I want him to actually start paying me to take stuff off his hands.
Only if you get free shipping.
We're working on it.
You gotta have free
Yeah,
shipping.
free shipping would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there you go, man.
Who
Well
else
done.
is ready?
Who's up next?
Thanks,
Who we
mate.
got? Who we got next? Who's ready?
I'll jump because I need to bolt in just a few.
Okay. Okay. Let's see.
Past my bedtime.
There we go.
So I literally just unboxed this.
I knew you were going with Scarlet. I knew you were going Scarlet after earlier.
Yeah.
I literally just unboxed
That's money.
Green Goblin. So we got a cell phone, we got a donut,
He's
And-
Groguing. He's Groguing the Green Goblin. He's carrying him
and
like
we
Grogu.
got Spider-Man cat here going for the donut.
That's awesome, dude.
That's
That
nice.
is awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
I am still a little bothered by the color differential between his
Yeah, I am too.
the pea soup coloring of the face and then the lime green of the arms and legs.
Yeah,
But
I will tell you something else. The Goblin body, I don't know if it's full of lead. It's freaking heavy.
is it
Really?
And from my limited experience here, it appears to be single jointed elbows, which is complete garbage. So.
Oh, wow. You serious?
I think it's heavier than most other So-So Toys
It's
releases.
heavier than any 6-scale figure. I don't know what the hell they made it out of. It's crazy.
It's like die-cast
I mean,
Iron
it's
Man
not
level.
Hellboy heavy, not Hellboy, but it's
Yeah.
it's up there. But yeah, I thought it'd be a lot of fun to have him kind of, going for a ride with or Scarlet. Scarlet is definitely my favorite Spidey, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Because the suit
Such a
material, you
great
can do
suit.
anything with it. You can't
Yeah.
hurt the suit. Can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to
And the
get that.
hoodie is just so damn cool. I love it.
All the hoodies and the color. It's one of those that pops off the shelf. Like the Miles one with the black and red's cool. The upcoming Miles versions we're going to get from the game is going to be amazing. But this guy just pops off the shelf.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Big fan
That
of that
red
one.
is really nice.
And I had to fight with the stand for a while because that guy is so heavy. I wanted to have him just holding it, but it's too heavy. You couldn't do that. So that is my
Awesome.
Bro, that's fantastic.
That
What
is
up
awesome.
is
Flipping through
is
here.
freaking fantastic from the one and only Jay Jameson.
I gotta say,
baby.
I'm a little disappointed that nobody has broken out this figure. You see,
You're probably the only person that has it. Well, you and
Ryan has it. What I thought you were gonna get him.
I can't
Yeah,
see it.
it's coming.
It's Cyborg Spidey, baby.
Oh, I've got him over there. Yeah.
Yeah, come on. None of you guys besides me and Ryan have him.
Nope.
He's coming.
Haters, man. Haters.
He's coming.
Such a cool
Haters.
figure, dude. It's so
He's coming.
much fun.
He's coming.
The
He's coming.
detail they put into this, the fact that like if you slide down the bandages on the leg there's actually a leg wound that it's covering.
Yeah,
Like
that's cool.
it's a level of detail. It's just super. I love this figure. It's wacky. It's crazy. It's not for everybody, but goddamn, is it fun?
True story. All right, gentlemen. I appreciate you guys letting me on, but I do need to jet.
Yes. So
Take it
if
easy,
you
my
haven't
friend.
already subscribed to Jetta Patrol, come on, man. You know what time it is. Make sure that you actually do that. You're a man in the community. He is the super enabler, but also a good friend. Always bringing the great content on his channel. So if you haven't already, I pretty much think that everybody, you know what?
And
I
if you
don't have to
don't
tell
like any of-
people. I
if you
think
don't
they
like any
already
of his
subscribe to
videos-
you. So you know what I mean. They've already
nice.
subscribed
It'd be
to,
nice
so I
if
don't
you
really
did.
can say too much. You know,
But if you don't like any of his videos, just hit dislike twice.
Exactly.
you're not gonna say it anyway.
Double dislike. Double dislike. Yeah,
All
I appreciate you guys letting me on here. I'm actually in the process of painting,
Go ahead.
Oh, nice.
and then gym and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm
All
out,
right,
so.
man. So great
right,
to
see
see
you,
you, man.
Jenna.
Thank you for coming through, bro.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
Like,
Who we got? KG next.
So we got KG
got
next. I'm
KG.
gonna bring KG in before. Let me see here.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the pose I got.
nice.
Yeah, no, I wanted to go something like, because I love Far From Home, specifically the Mysterio scene, and I really want to recreate that scene with this figure. I didn't have the upgraded suit. I don't have the upgraded suit with me, but having the homemade suit with the drone, and also I have the Spidey with the Mysterio sort of fake web that we've seen in the film.
Nice.
And it sort of gives that illusion that Mysterio's controlling his illusion and
Nice that.
he's still escaping from it. And you can see, I love these smoke effects. They look cheap
Yeah.
sometimes, but once you have it in hand, it's just.
They did a really good job with those. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did, and I just love this figure, man. I mean, I just wish there was a way to keep this headlight up, all the way to time. But it's batteries with Hot Toys and everything. I mentioned this, I think with Joe. I was talking to Joe that they should have given us like a pulsating effect light up, where because I was watching the film, the clouds and stuff were like twirling around, right? So I was like, you know what, they can give that effect with just that pulsating, like it's sort of like the Kylo Ren helmet, where you have the option to kind of make it pulsate with the red stuff around there. So if they would have done that, that would have been really cool. But yeah, I just love this figure, this Mysterio. If you guys don't have it yet, you guys are missing out. I mean, I'm telling you, if the
That's
rumors
right.
I've been hearing rumors that Mysterio is going to be the sixth villain, and if that's the case, this guy will go out before the new year starts. So
Yeah.
I would
It also
just-
works in if you've got MCU Spideys, if you've got the game Spideys, if you've got the Spider-Verse, like Gwen he fits in
Yeah.
just the style. Works
Yeah.
with any Spider-Man you have in your collection, he will work with.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you can go with any Spidey you want. I mean, if you want to go to Scarlet Spidey, Miles, he works with anything, and it's such a versatile figure. Yeah, it's a great figure.
Yeah.
I do wish that
Love that.
the lights around here did turn on. I don't like the UV light.
That
thing.
would be that would be cool. His coloring also just contrasts so perfectly with
Oh, yeah.
the coloring of pretty much every Spidey, the red and the blue and the like. It just he works so damn well.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
I wish they had done what
Love
they
it.
did with Thor. If they had done what they did with Thor with his torso, then it could.
Yes,
have
yes.
been, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. I love that, bro. You
Right.
killed it.
Thanks, man. But
You killed it. I love the effects. I love
Yeah,
the
thanks.
smoke effects. Like again, at the bottom is sort of like, he's controlling the illusion. So I do love that, bro.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
thanks,
that
man.
is
Appreciate it.
Appreciate that, man. Do love it. Yeah. So yes. We're gonna go with one. Okay, so we're gonna do one more bonus dynamic. So we'll do that.
Yep.
I kind of cheated. So while the guys and everybody else is taking their time doing whatever they need to do to get one more
you
dynamic,
slippery sumbitch.
I cheated a little bit.
oh,
Ooh.
I kind of went with
Right.
and I'll spin this around so you can actually see. This
man.
is Spider-Man knocking Ock the fuck out
Oh,
really quick. Basically, I just wanted to get some sort of like
That
dynamics with that.
Dude, that is killer.
You know what
I
I mean?
love
So-
it.
You've got the punch after it's already landed. Not like
Yeah.
the impact
Yeah.
is coming, but it's already landed. That is
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
yeah.
game
So
over.
And what I
Boom.
love about these stands, and thanks, shout out to John Iron Logan for actually telling me about these stands, because I actually brought it to the point where I ordered 3 more. That's how much I love these.
Where'd you
things,
get those
man.
stands?
I got them off of I got them through Amazon. Just got them through Amazon.
Yeah,
They're just
like
all.
$40.
Yeah, they're like maybe like
is-
here it's only like $15, like 15 a stand. So I ordered like 3 more. These things are incredible, bro.
Those are nice, dude.
Yeah, like these things are,
That is
are
awesome.
simply incredible, man. Like I just again, I wanted to just get him in a bit of revenge for having him strutted out the way he did and revealing his true identity to Goblin. It's just like a battle between both of them. Even though I believe, and I honestly believe in this film, because we didn't actually see him in that climactic battle against Spider-Man, so I think he's going to actually be an ally.
I would think so too. I mean, if you think
Yeah.
about it.
Oh yeah,
that's
I think he's a
point.
good guy.
Yeah, I mean, even in the trilogy of the Sam Raimi trilogy, the second one, I mean, he was a good guy all the time. It's just the arms that were controlling him. So,
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, it would make sense. I mean, throughout the trailer, it seems like the only one objective that he's going for is the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, not Tom Holland Spider-Man. So, who knows?
Yeah, I think at the when we see him come on in that scene in the trailer when we see him on the bridge and he's like, "You're not Peter Parker, you're not Spider-Man."
Yeah.
I don't think Ock realizes that he's in an alternate universe.
I don't think so.
So and because of his character arc and the way that the Raimi film ended, even though I really can't stand the Raimi films, I think that is like I think that we're still getting the kind of reformed somewhat Ock. We'll see exactly how much, but I think he's going to end up being more of an ally with Peter. It'll be interesting to see. We also know that they digitally removed like that one scene where they're like where Peter is like leaping toward and you see Sandman and you see Lizard and all those. You can tell that they digitally removed other Spider-Men because like Lizard is going not toward that Peter but toward a different one. Like you can tell that they're in that and they just digitally removed them because they didn't want to make that reveal yet. So it's all up in the air what they're gonna do.
Right, but you know what it could be too is that we brought up the idea of Doc Ock being a good guy. It could be the fact that they don't want to show that because it might be just Doc Ock punching the Lizard. It could be something else that people were like, oh, it's Tobey Maguire, it's Andrew Garfield, but it might be something else.
Yeah, we'll see.
Do you guys think that Toby might bite the bullet?
I hope so. God, I hope so. fucking kill him. Seriously.
Are you serious?
So be careful around KG. You get
Dude, I think Tobey Maguire fucking sucked as Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
All right, I'm gonna go, guys. I'm just gonna jet out. So,
Bro, Spider-Man. I'm sorry. I mean, I guess I'm amongst the minority when I say Spider-Man 2. Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2 was one of the greatest films.
You're not in the minority. Tons of people think that. They're just wrong.
I think that too, bro. It's the best. It's probably one of the best Spider-Man movies out there. It's right next to the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
I mean,
it would have been a lot better if Tobey Maguire wasn't in it.
Oh my god.
And maybe if Sam Raimi didn't direct it.
Okay.
Alfred Molina was great. Like hands down. I have no qualms with him.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
So you didn't even like it when it was released?
No, I didn't. I was disappointed, but I was more accepting of it back then, to be perfectly honest, because I didn't think we were ever going to get a really good Spider-Man movie. I didn't think it was going to happen. So when we got it, and it was right around the time of, this is funny actually, it was right around the time of the Star Wars prequels coming out too.
Yeah.
And people were so, at the time, now people have grown to love the prequel trilogy, but back in the day when that came out, OG Star Wars fans hated the prequel trilogy, right? And people were not happy with that, and so I think people were more happy with Spider-Man at the same time because we never thought we were going to get it. And then what we did get, there were a lot of elements that, don't get me wrong, there are some elements of all of the Raimi movies that it's like, oh man, that is very comic book, like that's right from the pages, that looks cool, I like that. But overall, as films, I think they were all just doo-doo stew. I think they were bad. That's just me though. But
I get it. You're entitled. You're entitled to your own opinion. That's fine. That's completely fine.
And you guys are entitled to be wrong. So you embrace it. It's okay.
So I want to point out real quick. When I say how incredibly dynamic this Ock is, and I can't help but keep gushing over this figure. Look at the tentacles. Look at that.
It's great.
The tentacles look amazing, man.
The tentacles on this thing are so they're stiff. They basically, I mean, come on, man. Like,
but in a good way.
Oh man, this right here.
Stiff in a good way.
That pose is unbelievable,
bro. Like it does so much. Like there's so much presence to this thing. Like I mean, literally, I can't say enough. Like this Ock figure to me was one of the best investments for me, and I'll never give it up. Like I'll never give this figure up ever.
Leo, can you do me a favor? And
yeah.
Can you take some pics of that and put it on Insta later?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I will.
Because that is unbelievable. I love that. The way you have Spidey's body, like that is perfect. Like honestly, that's like I think that's a.
It's
perfect
all about
pose.
realism. It's all about the natural flow of the limbs and the way you have the legs
Yeah.
positioned and the right amount of torso twist and the way that when you throw a punch in air the way he's going to be, you're going to have that left coming through, but it's going to twist your torso, and the right is going to come back like that. And the way his hand is, it's like every element, each of the limbs is working in concert in the right way. And that's what hurts a lot of poses, is if you have just one of those limbs not positioned or angled the right way, it throws the entire thing off, even if the other three are all right, because it doesn't feel like a natural progression. And you've absolutely nailed it. Even the twist of Doc's body, the angle that you have that, it looks exactly like he would be flying through the air after he got hit with that punch. It's it's a home run all around.
Yeah,
Home run. That's one of the
Space
best
World.
Spidey poses I've ever seen.
I appreciate it, man.
I would
Appreciate
leave it in
bro.
that for a long time. I'd be like, nope, that's it's staying. I'm not fucking with it.
If I could get this shit to display case, just might do it. We'll see how it goes. But that's why I pretty much got these stands. I'm telling you, whoever doesn't, you can find these things
I'm buying some
on.
today. I'll tell you that right now.
Bro, these shits are incredible,
awesome.
bro. And you can stack like the way you can stack them. Now I know people don't like the diamond shape at the very bottom, and it might be a big, but you can stack these things, and the thing is they hold up so well. You don't have to worry. I don't me myself, I don't care about nameplates. I really don't.
No, I don't.
No.
I didn't care that they misspelled battalion on the 501st Battalion. I don't give a shit. Who's coming into my collection room and reading all the nameplates? Like, come on, give me a break. Knight of Ren asked, do you guys think Peter will add Stark tech to his tentacles? In the teaser, it looks like he gets some red in them. Well, you got to remember, all of his suits, minus the homecoming, like the homemade one, are Stark tech. But I do think, here's the thing, I think that they incorporate nanotech into Doc Ock's tentacles, and Doc Ock is his ally at some point in this movie, because there are shots in the trailer where we see red piping along the borders of Doc Ock's tentacles. I think that they do probably around the same time that they come up with the integrated suit, which combines the upgraded and the Iron Spider. I think at the same time they're going to give Doc Ock an upgrade. And he's going to be on Peter's side. So, yes, I do think that he's going to add tech, Stark tech to it. But again, all of his suits are Stark tech. Even the very first one he got in Civil War is Stark tech.
And I'm also go on the lines of saying that my prediction is that we are going to see both. Now, again, take this with a grain of salt. But my prediction is, with the multiverse opening the way it is, we're going to see both Miles and Spider-Gwen.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's gonna be
God, I
crazy.
hope so. I
Me
hope
too.
so.
I
I'd be
hope.
curious to see who they would have play Spider-Gwen, because to be perfectly honest, if we didn't have her already playing Kate Bishop in Hawkeye, I would say get the voice of Spider-Gwen from the animated movie. I'd say get Haley Steinfeld in there, because she's just spot on perfect in that role.
Bro, she's killing it in every role right now, bro.
Dude, she's got that X factor, and I'm not talking about the X gene. I'm not talking about mutants, but she has that it factor, that that thing that just captivates you. And she has that show on Apple TV Plus, Dickinson. She was a highlight in the Bumblebee movie. Like, she brought the human element in the Transformers world to that movie in a way that they hadn't been able to crack until that point. She's so good in that. If you go back and watch her in like True Grit when she first came onto the scene,
I remember that one.
Spider-Gwen and her voice acting in that. She's also the voice of the main character Vi, I think it is, in Arcane on Netflix.
Yeah.
She's just so good. I want to see her do more voice acting in games too. Like, I really want to see her do that. She's absolutely phenomenal. Hawkeye, man, I can't wait for Wednesday. Lael, I can't wait for tomorrow night when we're talking about this most recent episode, because I have some theories. I have one very specifically. Well, I have two about the Avengers: The Watch.
For
But
real.
I have one that I think is more than likely going to pan out to be true, and then I have another one that would be cool and ties into, my favorite, Daredevil. But yes, I've got some theories on that. So dude, this week is gonna be so much fucking fun.
Hey,
Yeah,
Brendan, have you seen Boardwalk Empire with
With
Charlie
Steve
Cox in
Buscemi
it?
and
Yeah, and Charlie Cox in there. He was great in it. I thought I'd throw one more in if I could find
I
it.
love
He was
that.
great in it.
That's a great. See the arch that you've got to the back, and then the lines that you've got with the legs and the way they're pointed. That's perfect because that you definitely feel that torque as he's swinging, but then he's
Swinging
got the
back.
secondary target. I love that.
Yeah, swinging back.
And yeah, Charlie Cox, dude. I mean, Charlie Cox is phenomenal.
Yeah,
Lael,
he's so
when
good
you-
in Boardwalk Empire.
Lael, when you posted that today about the word leaking that he potentially is going to be in She-Hulk and have the yellow suit, oh man, I went from 6 to midnight. Oh,
Bro, that's why I tagged you in it. When I saw it, I was like, yo,
dude,
I hope it's true. I hope
this
it's true.
is making me so happy because between Hawkeye and No Way Home and She-Hulk and Echo, it looks like they're really carving out a serious presence for Daredevil and Kingpin and that echelon of characters in
that's-
the MCU, and that could not make me happier.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely one of Kevin Feige's favorite characters, Daredevil. He's already said it. You know what I mean? And on top of that, he loves how Charlie Cox pulled off that role because I can't, bro, no one else, and I swear to God, if they even tried to do it, no other actor could pull that role off the way Charlie Cox did it.
Yeah.
He was
Because it's not
fucking
just
incredible.
Daredevil, it's Matt Murdock. And it's playing both so well, and that's what people have been talked about, the different iterations of Spider-Man. It's like with Tobey, with Tom Holland, with Andrew Garfield, it's like one plays Peter Parker well but not as well as Spider-Man, one plays Spider-Man really well but not as well as Peter Parker. I think I disagree with that to a certain extent, but I understand the dichotomy there. But Charlie Cox is Matt Murdock and he is Daredevil, and it works so seamlessly. John, do you have any Daredevil figures? Do you have the black suit or the Netflix hot toy?
I missed the train on that, man. I missed the train. I
Because
hope
they
they make
pose
more.
so well with Spider-Man figures. Just the
Yeah.
nature of those characters, they pose so well with Spider-Man, and obviously you've got Spider-Man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would you can still get the black suit Daredevil
Can
one
ya?
for yeah.
I need
There
to
are a
have a
couple-
look
I think-
because I love that show.
I
love that
honestly
show.
I think Comic Sanctorum still has it.
They do. They
in
do.
stock.
They do.
So
Oh hell
black
yeah!
suit
All right, I'll have a look.
from Netflix is still available, and it's seamless with the red suit from the Netflix show. And if you can track
Yeah.
down the Netflix one, that's gonna be that's a great figure too. Although I'm very hopeful that we're gonna get more, like that we're gonna get
Yeah.
more Daredevils. And
I hope so.
a Daredevil and Spidey posing together is just so damn cool.
Man, that would
It's
be
such a great
epic.
team up. Throw Wolverine in there.
Bro, I love
great
that.
Trio.
I love that pose.
Yeah.
That pose is phenomenal.
I love the way your camera
fun.
is angled right now too, because it's giving this kind of like up tilt look at it, and it just accentuates
Yeah.
the pose even more. And that's the other thing too, is think about your displays. Like what John's got right here is so cool. But if I were doing that, I'd be like, all right, I need to put that on a higher shelf in my display, because
Yeah.
you want to be kind of looking up, because it accentuates that like he's swinging from a building kind of deal. So think about your
Yeah.
poses and then adjust the height levels of your figures based on what you're looking to accomplish with those poses. Spidey in general, I feel like you want to have kind of eye level or higher.
Yep.
Yeah.
In your displays, so that you can really get that sense of like height and swinging through the skyscrapers and the buildings in New York City. And this pose is awesome. That's a great photographing pose too. That'll look
Yeah, I
really
like that
really
one.
good.
Yeah, thanks, man. I really like that one.
KG, you ready?
No, I'm not ready yet. I'm not
Hey,
ready.
geez.
All right. All right. Well, we'll
So
go to
what
our
other-
prop.
Had to drop
Huh?
the heat.
What other questions we have in there,
Yeah,
man?
what other questions do you guys have? What other figures? Hey, Marcos, here we go. Brendan and Matt Murdock. You goddamn right, okay? Matt Murdock is my man crush, okay? And I really embrace it. Dude,
He said
I
everybody
don't-
get some popcorn.
yeah, come on, dude. I mean, for anybody who doesn't really know that much about Daredevil, he's such an amazing character. And two of the most dynamic characters that you will get some phenomenal storytelling out of that people sleep on time and time again is Daredevil and Moon Knight. Okay, these two characters. And Lael, I landed on Miles for you, but I almost sent you a long sleeve Moon Knight shirt. I was tempted, but I like the Miles one a little bit better because it's like the vintage style. But they got a Moon Knight one. But guys, Moon Knight and Daredevil are two characters that just don't sleep on, man. I mean, in the books and the show and
so much substance.
Yeah, it's everything that you love about a character like, let's say, Batman and Iron Man, but it's more street level with some really, like, you're dealing with the kind of Catholic guilt and religious aspects of Matt Murdock. You're dealing with the mental trauma of Mark Spector and Moon Knight, and man, the storytelling there is just so rich. Especially, dude, if you liked the Netflix show, you'll love the comics. You absolutely will. And I'm hopeful that the same will be true for the Moon Knight show. Ashley Chase, could we see Daredevil in No Way Home?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Definitely.
I'm not going to say that I've had it confirmed by a reputable source for me, but
I think that pretty much says it.
I think it's plausible. And also for any of you guys who, who heard the chuckle, the voice of Echo's uncle, and you saw that suited hand reach down and touch her cheek. Vincent D'Onofrio. I'm sorry, I got that. But yeah, it's fucking Kingpin. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Sorry about that. Woo. Okay, I don't know where that came from. Guys, they're carving out a serious swath of the MCU for a presence for Daredevil and Echo and Kingpin. And just the fact that this is the level of detail and care that Marvel has given to this. And Lael and I have talked about this a lot, right? This actress that is playing Echo, it is her first goddamn role. She's not a long-time movie star. This is her first acting job.
That's
acting
so cool.
job. Not like she was on TV. This is it. This is her first thing. She's great in it. She is actually deaf.
Yep.
She is actually Native American. She is actually an amputee, which isn't an original part of Echo's story, but they worked it into this just because she's so awesome and badass anyway. The little girl who played the younger version of Echo in the flashback is her cousin in real life. The actress's cousin, okay? That's why she looks so much like her. Marvel is really taking care to show this character the way that she's meant to be seen, like we see her in the books. And the fact that they're giving her her own show, they're tying in Kingpin, they're tying in Daredevil, they're tying in Ronin. She's got strong ties to Doctor Strange too, so we could maybe see her have some sort of presence in No Way Home or in Multiverse of Madness. There's so much. I can't wait for a hot toy of Echo. I really hope that happens. It might not happen until her solo show, but I can't wait for that. I would also love it if they incorporated maybe a swap out joint of like her prosthetic leg. That would be really, really cool. Yeah. There's so much there, and a lot of people, like, you guys have got to go check out the books. Like, if you're not a comic book reader, man, if you love the MCU and you love all these shows and stuff, you're gonna love these comics. You got to go check them out. I'm telling you, you're gonna have so much fun with these.
Yes, you do. KG, how you looking over there, bro?
Almost done. Don't worry.
What other questions do you guys have, or on figures, on Night of Ren? Echo was the original Ronin in the comics, yes. But other characters, including Hawkeye, did also take on the mantle of Ronin. What else we got here? Wilson Fisk. Oh, yeah, you goddamn right. What's one figure in your collection that you look at every day?
Ooh.
I mean,
all of them?
Yeah, I was going to say all of them because I walk into my collection room and I just look at everything, but I always, my Spidey display is like right at like eye level, and I just see all those. It's the first thing I see as I walk into the room. So I would say, if I'm just gonna say one thing, it would be that shelf.
Yeah.
I also always go and look at OG Mando, because OG Mando is just
It's a really
my
good
favorite
figure.
Mando. So that's it for me. What about you guys?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
I kind of look at all of them.
I would say Venom and Heavy Mando. I think those two figures are really, really good. I mean, they have so much.
Heavy Mando? Nice.
Yeah, it's a really good figure. I have that, and I don't regret getting. I always buy these figures just because of the nostalgia factor, or just they have so much. They just mean something to me. But that was one of those figures where I just I want to buy just because of the cool factor. I'm so glad, and I'm so glad I have it on the shelf. It's probably one of my maybe my favorite figures in the collection right now. So yeah,
That's a good call. You know, he's kind of one of the reasons why I was meh on Death Watch Mando. Because the color palette on him, I was like, it was so underwhelming and so muted in comparison to Heavy Mando. And I was like, if I get Death Watch, to me, I feel like if I have him on the shelf, he's going to be the last figure that my eye is drawn to. Because I'm going to be looking at Beskar and OG, and I'm going to be looking at the armor, and I'm going to be looking at Heavy Mando. And my eye is going to be drawn to all these other ones before him. And I just ended up passing on Death Watch.
Yeah, it's a cool figure, but I don't.
Yeah, it's a cool figure for people to have. It just it didn't blow my skirt up.
Yeah, I'd rather buy another Spider-Man figure over that. Death Watch Mando.
You
I'm
have
all
to
in
see
on
him.
Spidey
You have
right
to
now.
see it in person.
Ashley
All right,
Space
Neil.
says, I know sign language. My friend is half deaf. And that's also a really cool thing that Jeremy Renner and Haley Steinfeld both learned some basic ASL to communicate with the actress who plays Echo on the show.
That's really cool.
Yeah. All right, Leo, I'm ready.
You ready? All right, let's go, KG. Let's see what you got.
This is what I got.
Boom.
Nice.
I wish I
Dig
incorporated more Spider-Man figures, but I don't have any right now. But there's more to come, and I just love Spider-Man figures. And when you guys mentioned about what do I look first when it comes to collection, when it comes to my collection, it'd probably be these Spider-Man figures too. I mean, they're amazing. I mean, I was so scared of posing them just because the damage that it could take, but I'm not scared anymore. Like, I just love posing them, and I'm just going to pose them because I'm not going to sell them. They're going to be here and they're going to be posed. And now knowing the suit's durability and how long lasting it can be. I mean, it's really good, especially this Miles figure. I enjoy posing this guy, not this guy much, but I just love
It's a
him.
bit more difficult.
It's a bit more difficult, yeah.
I have my stealth suit in like almost an identical pose to that. Like
Really?
almost identical, yeah.
Wow,
The
okay.
base is so cool.
Yeah, the base was a selling point for me. That's the price of work of the mission for me.
Yeah,
But yeah, I love it. Yeah.
definitely, man. That's
Nice work, KG.
that's crazy. Like, I love it, bro. Like,
Yeah,
you killed it. Just the presence alone, and then, like I said, I mean, people sleep on that. Here's the crazy part about it, bro. People have been sleeping on that stealth suit, and I don't understand it. Like, that piece is amazing, bro.
Guys,
It's
legit,
amazing.
you can get this the deluxe for like $180 right now.
That's crazy.
It's that, and it's a steal. I'm talking about the deluxe with the base. You can find it for like $180 right now. It's such a cool figure. Don't sleep on it. It's great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And I think it really looks good with the head sculpt on it too. Like, I really
Oh,
enjoy
yeah.
using the head sculpt on this guy.
Yeah.
KG's killing it, man. KG, I'm glad that you have stepped into the posing realm and you have gotten so submersed in it, bro. I love this, bro. And,
Yeah.
and the thing is, you do such a good job, bro. I don't know why the F you wanted to stay away from it, bro. What's going on?
No, I just, when I first started collecting, my first figure was the Kylo Ren. And that was all fabric, and I just loved it. I was like, I'll pose the hell out of it. Then I got Thanos. Then I got worried. I was like, damn, it's like material. Don't want to pose it. Then after that, just like, museum pose, character pose. And then after owning this guy and posing, just taking my chance on it, I'm like, dude, I'm having so much fun with it now. And now I'm sort of in the Spider-Man realm of collecting everything, almost Spider-Man. And maybe soon, I can't wait for that Miles. That Miles figure that's coming out for Spider-Verse. The amount of stuff that thing comes with is amazing. And I can't wait to pose that with Miles, with Gwen, and with the rest of the Spidey gang.
Bro, you just got the seal of approval. You got Latoya saying nice.
Nice, KG.
Thank you, Victoria. Thank you.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, you're killing it. You are.
That's
killing
awesome.
it,
I
bro.
love that. Dude, the poses that you guys have pulled up, the really impressive thing is that it's not just a pose with like a single figure and okay, that looks good. Like you guys have done individual poses, but every time you've incorporated multiple, both or all three in some cases, figures have been executed perfectly. Like they all look great together. Yeah. And that's not the easy, because it's not like I just have to pose this one figure really well. It's, well, I've got to pose him well, but he has to look good in relation to this other figure, and then that guy's got to be posed well too. It ups the difficulty level, but it's so much fun when you pull it off, because then you're just like, I just want to stare at this forever. It's fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, it's fun when you pose figures, because I mean, look, museum poses, character poses is great, but they just don't have a story to them. You know what I mean? They can, but I mean, when you have a Spidey figure, you just cannot put a museum pose. It's just that's off reels, unless you're scared of posing. And I mean, I understand that, but
bro, I have to.
Yeah,
I don't have a choice.
I mean, when you look at a pose like Leia's pose, I mean, how could you not leave that in a pose like that on the shelf? I mean, come on, that's you cannot undo that. You just can't.
The thing is, and I think there's going to be a mad dash to buy these goddamn bases on Amazon now. But when you have these kinds of bases, you can get much more dynamic poses for your figures in a more condensed area. Yep. And you can have layers height-wise and depth-wise so that you can fit more figures in your displays and really make a difference. But then they're wide enough too that then you could have like a ground pose, like a ground and pound pose or something with somebody beneath them. So you're using all of this. You're using all of this real estate that you were otherwise not using vertically, and you can do some really cool stuff. So I think this is gonna change it for people. Mojo, dude. I mean, hey, I'll take the credit because I'm awesome. But you like, but no, you like. Spidey figures, man, they're just so damn fun. Like, honestly, if I was going to get rid of everything in my collection and I was only going to go with one character, it would be Spidey. And as much as I love me some Daredevil, I only have 2 Daredevil figures, all right? I've got, I think, 17 Spideys.
Wow.
Like, dude, Vinny crushed that.
Shout out to Vincent Dunn Art. I got this piece from him. This thing.
Guys, check out his store online. Check out his Instagram. Give him some love. Dude is sickeningly talented. Check out our stream tomorrow night. He's going to be there. He's a mainstay on the Monday night streams. That Miles is awesome, dude.
I'm telling you, yesterday I was doing something and I saw Vinny's post on Instagram. I'm like, dude, there's no way. I mean, that's just, it's so good.
Yes, Vincent Dunn Art on Instagram. Like, basically, he killed it. He definitely killed it.
John Duvall says, I can't bring myself to pose my tech suit Spidey. It was my first hot toy, and I'm scared to damage it still. I got the homemade to pose. Brother, I understand exactly what you're saying, but again, if you weren't here at the very beginning of tonight's stream, I referenced a post that was put up in one of the Facebook groups. I don't remember if it was Six Scale Network or if it was Jetta's Patrol. But one of them, dude left his Iron Spider, which is a much more sensitive suit. Left his MCU, like Infinity War Iron Spider, in a pose with an extreme knee bend for more than a year.
Yep.
And then he straightened it out, and it was all sorts of fucked up on the knee. And left it like that for a couple of days or a week or whatever, and it completely healed on its own and looked brand new. And he showed the side-by-side pictures. I understand you don't, and you can cause damage that you don't want, like if you're too rough with it, if you're not careful with how you're getting it into a pose.
Yeah.
But once you get it into an extreme pose, and it's about micro movements, all right? And this is coming from the guy who wasn't actually doing all these poses today, but like, I've never damaged one of my figures. Never.
Knock on wood.
It's about micro movements, okay?
Yeah.
You adjust it a little bit, then smooth out the fabric so it doesn't pinch in between a joint or something. Then move it a little bit more, smooth out the fabric again. You do that. I'm telling you, you can have some great poses, and it's not going to destroy your figures.
Yeah,
I mean, and if you do have any issues, just say it's battle damaged.
Definitely.
of course.
Like, I get the trepidation. I get the hesitancy to not really go full tilt into. But you're gonna have so much more fun. If
You're gonna have
So much fun.
It's
So
just-
much fun.
It's a whole
Unless-
other ball game. It's a whole nother
Right.
level of enjoying collectibles.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you don't pose your spider figures and you're just gonna leave them in the museum pose, it's gonna be a boring figure.
I mean, I disagree with that. Like, it's not going to be boring if you love it, because there's some. Remember, there are times where you see Spider-Man in kind of a hero pose, where he's like standing and you've got like a flag behind him, and he's just like this figure, for example. I mean, I have him in kind of like a basic pose right now because I'm moving stuff around, so I readjusted him. But this figure, I absolutely love. It's my favorite Spider-Man suit. Okay. But this guy, if you just kind of, especially if you have like the camera angled down or whatever, but you just kind of have like a hero pose with chest out and just kind of like cool background and stuff, and the white of the spider logo really pops. It's a really, really cool.
I love that suit.
And if you take him, and let's say you take him and you take Miles, and you put them back to back, okay? Yeah. It's a really, really cool setup. And then like, so right now I have these two guys just like this, again, because I'm readjusting the whole display, and then I have Venom behind them, and he's doing like this, going up like he's about to grab both of them and stuff. So they're both in very safe, reasonably not dynamic poses, but they still look really badass, especially with Venom behind them. And I love KG's got Venom out right now.
Yeah.
So, and Venom, if you put him behind any of your Spider-Man figures, it just implies menace. Like something is about to happen that's bad. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's the implication of what's about to happen that makes something look really, really cool in your display.
Look how big he, bro. I cannot wait. It did be
No,
a couple days. So let me ask you a question. Is it weighted?
Is what
do you mean by?
Like, is it a heavy figure?
Oh yeah,
Venom? Yeah.
He's heavy.
For sure.
He's heavy.
Yeah, he's heavy.
I would recommend you use the base. If,
Yeah.
See, I don't use the base. I actually find that a heavier figure, it's got a better center of gravity. So I don't have him on a base right now, and the feet. The thing is, the feet are so damn big that because like the symbiote, like his feet are almost a little oversized.
Yeah.
So they're so damn big that they give you a lot of horizontal real estate for him to grip on.
Word.
So I honestly don't have him on a stand at all, and he's totally now. Depending on the type of pose you have him in, or the surface, and if it's really even, or if it's going to be like on a turntable and it's rotating, then maybe you want the stand. But otherwise,
Layout, I really hope you don't have any issues with that, man, because
are you having issues? Is yours flaky?
Yeah, for me it's unfortunate, but you know what? I do have the second one on the pre-order, so I'm going to keep that one in the museum pose and mess this one up. So
where is it flaking? Where's it flaking at, bro?
So I just noticed it today, right now as we speak. So there's flaking going on underneath the armpit right here. There's flaking going on top of the shoulders. Then just very minor flakes on the chest, like right here. Flaking right here, right here, right here. I mean, it's almost everywhere, I would say. Yeah, almost, not all the way. But it's one of those figures where somebody brought up a good point, is that you're going to leave in that pose and never touch it again. That's the thing. It's like you just leave it in the shelf. It's that when you hold it, Lael, it feels like some residue's coming off. For some reason, when I was touching it, my hand kind of felt sticky.
Yeah.
So like, that's not a good sign. But you know what?
So what is all right, KG, real quick, and then we're going to kind of wrap up here because I think Iron Logan, you got to get ready for work soon, don't you?
Yeah, I got work.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So real quick though, KG, what is the room? What is the temperature? Is it warm in your room, or is it like a really
no, it's relatively cool. Right now it's like 60, 70 degrees right now in my room.
Okay,
so
okay. I'm wondering, and see, Brendan, like we live in like the northern climate, bro. So like for us, it's pretty cool. So, and I know basically where you're at is pretty cool. So you're not going to experience any type of temperatures
I'm in Boston, so
there you go.
Winter, fall, spring, we're pretty much good. Now in the summer, it can get humid as hell here.
Yeah.
Not like Florida, like kind
Yeah.
of humid, but it does get humid in New England.
Yeah.
In
We
the
get
summer.
hot here. We get real hot.
But
Yeah.
We get real hot.
my house is reasonably temperature controlled, and I don't the big thing beyond the necessarily the humidity and stuff. I mean, my house, like in the summer, is probably I use the AC. I try and keep it no higher than like 75. It's usually like 70, something like that in the summer, just because it can get kind of warm. But it's more making sure you don't have direct sunlight hitting.
Yes.
Direct sunlight will
Yes.
fade color. Direct
Gotcha.
sunlight will cause stuff to peel and degrade and things like that.
Yeah.
If you prevent direct sunlight, so like think about the windows if you have them in your collection room, or if you put stuff in your like living room or something like that. Think about direct sunlight that might be coming in there. And as long as you like block out those windows, put them at an angle where that's not hitting it, so it's not directly across from thing, and you'll be fine. Marcos,
Gotcha.
don't worry. My room, it gets up to like no more than about 70 because I'll have the AC going back in this room if I need to. I've never
Shout out.
in the whole time I've never had a problem. But
Definitely.
also with the module cases being sealed and stuff, like it doesn't get crazy hot in here, so I never have an issue with that.
Also, big, huge shout out to Marcos over there, Collector Zone, man. That's where I got my Storm coming from. I am going to hit him up definitely about that Scarlet Witch, because that thing kind of grew on me, bro.
The Iron Studios one?
No, the
one?
Sideshow premium format Storm. I mean,
The
Scarlet
like
Witch.
old school comic stuff.
Yeah, that thing kind
Yeah.
of grew on me, bro. So I'm thinking about definitely
go
getting
well
that
with
in the
your Storm.
collection. But yeah. So that Storm. So check him out if you haven't actually already headed over to Collector Zone, and also become a member of the Collector Zone Cantina. It's
And guys,
definitely worth it.
if you like me, you're venturing in now that they will be able to sell not everything but limited to certain pieces. Queen Studios in the U.S. Marcos can do that. He can get you Queen Studios stuff now. Again, it depends on what they end up getting the license for in North America, because some stuff they're saying they're making is still only in other regions. But I know, like, I didn't get my half scale endgame cap that I have pre-ordered that comes in at the end of next year. He didn't have the hookup to be able to sell it in time, so but he helped me get in touch with the main distributor that I could put my order in. He had no benefit in doing that. He wasn't getting a cut of it, but he hooked me up, got me in touch with the right guy. I got my order in time to get the early bird where I get the swap out shield, the broken one.
Definitely.
So he hooked me up when he had no benefit, no other reason to other than just being a good dude.
Definitely.
But now he'll be able to get select Queen Studios products.
Cool.
So if you're getting into that space and you want to dip your toe in Queen Studios, really amazing stuff, hit up Collector's Own.
Definitely. So yeah, man, thanks everybody for coming through. Again, this has been our all-out Spider-Man show. We went on for like 2 hours and 12 minutes, but it's 2 hours and 12 minutes worth of fantastic poses from all of these guys. And thank Brendan for like the commentary and keeping us busy. If you haven't already subscribed, again, I'm going to actually put these guys up here. John, what you got coming up now? Besides
He
next week.
elevated that pose.
Yeah,
that looks even better now.
It
Dude. Good
does. It
job.
does. So what you got coming up next on your channel?
Mate,
John?
I'm actually about to finish a 10 scene post showcase with my Spider-Verse. So I'm doing like a Spider-Verse Volume 1 10 scene showcase. I've got 2 more scenes to film. I might even add this into it and film that later.
Yeah, that's gonna be incredible.
And then what else? We've got CollectorCon next week at the end on the weekend.
Yeah, definitely,
So
definitely
looking
do.
forward to that. And then I'll be doing a Ronin 10 scene story like I did with my Hawkeye.
Okay,
So that's pretty much what I'm working on at the moment.
definitely.
Yeah, that's it for me.
So if you haven't already, besides the simple fact that, like I said, is the co-host of Take a Position every Sunday around 4:30, check out Iron Logan on his IG channel. Great content as always, and the poses are out of this fucking world. So come on, man, you already know what time it is. You definitely already know what time it is. KG, bro, what you got coming up next, man?
Oh man, so this month, we're gonna be doing a live stream, No Way Home discussion. Don't know what day I'm going to pick, but I'll let you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Spider-Man No Way Home, it's coming. It's imminent. So yeah, and you guys want to check me out on YouTube, it's KG Collector, and Instagram is KG _ Collector. You guys can see yeah, man, just love closing figures. And yes, I'll get you your 10%. Don't worry.
Thank you. Tell them what else.
What's the other thing?
The simple fact that you are currently on set at Willy Wonka.
Oh yeah, I'm out. See you guys.
And also that you will be filming Doom 2 coming soon. Thank you.
Yeah, dude, yeah, don't worry. I got your tickets ready. Don't worry.
Thank you very much, Brendan. Yo, if you haven't already, that's my brother. That's my little bro, KG. Follow him. Definitely, great content as always, and you'll always see him back and forth on the show, peeking his little head in. So come on, man, you always welcome here. Brendan, what you got going on, bro?
I'm gonna rewatch Hawkeye episode 4 tonight because my wife hasn't watched it yet, so that'll be. I'm just gonna rewatch that and be excited. I'm reading a bunch of comics again. I'm going through and catching up on stuff that I've missed, and reading some of the current stuff again. We've talked about it on Monday Night Comic Talk with Friends. If you're not caught up to date, the Devil's Reign crossover event in Marvel that's happening right now with Kingpin as the mayor of New York City declaring like war on all superheroes in New York City. It just kicked off with issue 1 last week. It's going to cross a bunch of titles. Daredevil's a major player in it. We see Cap, Iron Man, the whole Spider-Man. It's going to be great. So reading that right now. And then tomorrow night we got our rundown of episode 4 of Hawkeye on Comic Talks with Friends. We'll have Jedi Kid. We'll have Vinny. So again, check out Vincent Dunn Art. Check out his online store. We'll all be. I mean, I love our collecting streams on like Wednesdays and the Star Wars on Thursdays, but man,
Comic Book Talk with Friends.
Monday nights are so much fun because we'll talk about collecting like periodically throughout it, like, oh man, I want a hot toy from this or like a stat, but it's really focused on the source material and our love for comics and the things that all of the MCU content that we're getting these days is pulling from, and knowing some of that backstory and just delving into the speculation about like. That's a fun kind of speculation, right? Like there's been so much like when's Hot Toy is going to drop this or when we're going to get this and stuff, and that's more the annoying speculation because we know what Hot Toys should be doing and they're not doing it and it pisses us off. But this is fun speculation about what stories are we going to get and what tweaks are they going to put on them from the comics and stuff. And Lael has like encyclopedic knowledge of comics. Like he can pull shit out of his ass like you would not. That's not weird. He knows a lot about comics, right? So. And Vinny and myself and Jason, we all are OG comic heads too. So, when it came to backstory on the Eternals, which I know not everybody loved, we did. That's okay. But like this Echo show that's going to be in the offing after Hawkeye right now, all the characters in Hawkeye and the backstories on those and what we think is going on, what we think we're going to talk about the Watch tomorrow and what we think is likely happening with that. So check out Comic Book Talks with Friends. I guarantee you're going to watch these streams and you're going to want to go back and read these comic books.
Definitely.
And you should. They're great.
Definitely. So good content. We always try to give it to you. Definitely, man. And if you haven't already, do follow and subscribe to the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel. Again, as Brendan alluded to, we always have the Comic Book Talk with Friends on Monday nights. That's at 9:15. So definitely we will be talking about it will be spoiler talk, open spoiler talk.
Make sure you watch episode 4.
Watch episode 4 before you jump on. And also we're going to actually talk about speculations and our speculations and predictions for Spider-Man No Way Home. So definitely tune in. It's just going to be a whole bunch. It's going to be a lot of fun. So definitely and then of course Wednesday nights we do have Say What, where we actually go over 1/6 scale figures, but not this Wednesday because everything's going to be shut down. We're not doing it this Wednesday. I'm pretty sure both me and Brendan are going to have earmuffs on the entire day, so definitely don't expect to have a live show that day. It's not happening.
I'm just telling you right now, if you in any way spoil something for this movie before we see it, I will hire a detective, whatever. I will find you. I will find you. I will travel.
He's going
to
Liam
you,
Neeson that ass.
and I will straight up dick punch you. So I'm just saying right now, unless you want your dick flattened like a goddamn pancake, maybe don't spoil shit, because I will find you. I'm just saying, I will.
Yeah, man. Thanks for again. Tune in always on Thursday nights, every other Thursday. Next, it's not going to be this Thursday, but next Thursday it will be Uncivilized Scoundrels. We talk any and everything Star Wars, so tune in for that. And then back here on Sunday, where both me and John, John, I'm gonna let you basically pick this one, bro, for the audience. You pick it, and you tell us what you tell us. Let me know throughout the week what you want, what figure we gonna actually pose up. And then we'll do that next Sunday. So it's going to be up to John. If y'all have any ideas or what figures that you, within reason, if we have it, throw some messages up. Comment on on this video and let us know what you're interested in seeing. But yes, we will be back here next Sunday for take your position as always. Again, subscribe to everybody's channel here if you haven't already. You got something, Brendan?
Just if you friend of the channel, if you guys haven't, you've seen her. If you've been on our streams the twice that she's been on there, but check out Ray Kenix on Instagram.
Yes,
her cosplay. She's been dropping such fire. She's like the best Ahsoka cosplayer.
Yes,
there is. Wow.
Yes, the best there is. The best that ever done it.
She dropped some stuff from Attack of the Clones and from Blade Runner recently.
Yes.
She's been on the stream multiple times. She's a big friend of the channel.
Yes.
Awesome person. Check her stuff out. And we just like to support friends of the channel.
Come on, man. Everybody, follow everybody. Follow Ray Kenix.
6 Scale Reviews.
Blue Susan.
Jetta, just all these guys like
Brother Cousins, reviews, everybody.
KG
basically
Chalamet,
KG Chalamet, exactly. Will Foxification, Iron Logan, everybody.
But everybody else.
We're all friends here. We create and we do this for you guys. We do it because we have fun, but we also do it for you guys. And we thank you for actually being on board. We thank you for actually being here. Again, shout out to Collector Zone. For his support as always, and for great giveaways that we've had the past couple of months. So thank you for that. Again, stay tuned. Giveaways. Yes, definitely they were. So again, stay tuned. Next week, same time. Again, we thank you guys for basically being here as always. Always push that imagination and always take your position. We are out. Peace to everybody. Let's go.